Head down the stairs and grab your friends. It's time for O Games in the Basement. A trip down memory lane. O Games in the Basement. Look out for Uncle Hank.
Oh, dear Lord, kids. I'm fucking done. I am fucking done.
Uncle Hank,
why
are you done?
What's going on there?
Give your balls a tug.
Okay, you fat boy. Your aunt. I fucking swear.
My aunt, she ain't no. What are you talking about?
I'm sick of your aunt. She stole my car, and now I have to go find her and beat her up. And if she did anything to my car, I'm gonna slash things around. I swear to God.
Now, wait a minute.
Are you sure you didn't deserve that, Uncle Hank?
We don't advocate violence.
No,
Yes.
Uncle
Plus,
Hank.
that sounds like
that's
a
a little
problem.
too brutal.
She stole all of your Choinkos, and she stole all of his. She stole the Bald One's gaming collection.
Oh, you know what?
No. Wait a minute, lads.
wait.
Wait a minute, lads. Let's not act rash. Let's just call the cops and let them figure this out.
Yeah, that's very.
I mean, Hank,
that's a very logical thing to do.
Hank, I gotta say, I don't understand. Like, why would she take Chris's gaming collection? Wait, Chris, go check your gaming collection. What do you still got?
I'm gonna go hunt that bitch down. Is what I'm gonna do.
Whoa,
Whoa!
Chris said you should go check your shit and what you got, and you're just like,
I just took a good look. She took some of the good stuff.
Yeah,
That is not cash money though, Chris.
See, this is why I said he needs to join me. Okay, so come on, Chris. I'm gonna take you with me. Go slash some shit up.
You don't get to just take Chris.
Okay.
Come on, he's part of the show, Uncle Hank.
Yeah, he's right. I got more of a duty here than you got.
tell you what.
Find her ass for me. All right.
Tell you what, Hank. How about we stay here? We do our show, and you go look for her. And when you find her, you let us know. How's that sound?
Fine. Okay.
I'm counting on you, Uncle Hank.
It's time for O Games in the Basement. Yeah.
Whoa.
You know,
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey, good.
You know, boys, I gotta say that was a very tame time with Uncle Hank.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him.
I'm surprised you didn't throw a smoke
almost
bomb
feel
or
bad
something this time.
Yeah.
I still think he deserved it in some way.
Yeah.
It's Hank.
Yeah, but
But at the same time,
At the same time, anti-jizz is a bit woohoo.
yeah. But
Yeah.
moving on.
Yes.
Topic of today's episode: beat 'em ups and hack and slash.
classic genre.
Awesomeness.
Games where you require no brain power, however, just how fast you can mash buttons.
Indeed.
Not always, but sometimes.
There is some strategy required, but mostly it's bang button, really fast monkey brain.
Yes.
And
Pull,
leading,
pull that reptilian brain out because we need to go ham on them there.
look,
You know,
Shiny Health Object,
every single
Crow
one of
Brain.
you can shut up because
Well, then
while
you can start.
while you claim that it's nothing but a monkey power pushing buttons, however, it's really more into the heat of the moment, last second strategy of where you're going to do this or that. Think about
And when
that
to
for a
dodge.
second.
And when to dodge.
When to
Dodge,
dodge, when to
block,
jump.
dodge,
When to duck,
which
dodge
ability
is
to
important.
use.
Dive.
So, Sam, I believe you can lead off the discussion with tonight's episode.
One out of the two topics that I'm going to do, stretching back from 1988, if I'm not mistaken, Ninja Gaiden.
Classic.
We like that.
I just heard
Now-
controllers break.
I'm gonna be honest. I never really knew about Ninja Gaiden until the Xbox version.
Well,
back in the day.
let's be real. The Xbox trilogy is better than the original NES, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Now hold on.
If I may.
Whoa. No. You will not may, because it's just literally you are taking two different generations
Yeah.
and trying to compare them. That is unacceptable.
Well, they're
really
part of the
is.
same franchise, but yes,
Maybe
they are
the
two
same
fundamentally
franchise,
games.
But you are literally talking about two different generations.
right.
Invalid.
All I'm saying is that the newer ones are hack and slash. The old ones were side-scrolling action
And
platformers.
you're done, C9.
You see, like, well, I was kind of gonna go with Grant. I would kind of consider him like side-scrolling hack and slash in a sense. Like, it's a platformer, yeah.
Yeah.
It is action, yeah. But you're still hacking and slashing.
Yeah.
He's not
You're
wrong.
not wrong.
So, like, I could consider the OG Ninja Gaiden a hack and
And
slash.
I'm gonna
in
give
my
the newer
opinion.
ones. They're a lot. The old ones. There goes my controller was so hard. At least the first
Yeah.
one. Anybody remember? All I had to do is to bring up Ninja Gaiden the old ways. Stage 6-2.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I have not played that, But the AVGN episode was enough for me
Yeah,
to
The
know
final
that.
boss was absolutely insane. We could not beat him
mean-
legitimately, and we resorted to save states.
That
That's
is
how bad
true.
it was.
I remember that.
Yeah, Sam, you were there for it. I think
I
you
was
were
the
there.
one that actually did it.
St. Adam, were you the third person there? I think.
And that was just a
during
treat.
what?
When we beat the original Ninja Gaiden, it was me, Sam, and somebody else.
I was
and
not.
we had to resort to save states for the final boss.
Maybe it was Jake. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
And
I
that
don't
was
remember.
And that was
maybe
a good old.
Zach.
Something.
Yeah.
Somebody was there,
Somebody.
and you were there too. I remember, Sam,
Yeah.
years ago.
And then-
Thankfully, sorry to interrupt you, Ross.
Go ahead.
Thankfully, now these days you can actually try to play that final boss of Ninja Gaiden with ease, thanks to the Nintendo online service.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That is on there, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
Yeah.
and you can use save states and a rewind
Which
function.
you're
Yep.
gonna need, because especially the one where the fireballs,
Oh, the god, yeah, the fireballs, yeah.
the heat-seeking, the body-seeking fireballs.
Pretty much the first Ninja Gaiden, the first like 4 stages aren't that bad,
And
and
if
then
those-
after that it gets like crazy.
And if those bosses weren't enough of a dick punch, then they decide, oh wait, there's actually a 4th stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and then, so
In
then
the
I,
original one, they just decide, oh wait, there's actually a 4th part. We're not going to tell you about it.
And they still don't give you back any health.
nope. And then the second game had a lot of like weird weather effects and like gravity. I
And the
remember.
birds.
Yeah, and then the third game just like I remember
The
like
third game was literally something that just
It was way
we
too-
could have lived without.
way
first of
too
all.
hard.
The third
Well,
game,
it wasn't even that. It was just that it came with a story that nobody asked for, and then they threw in live limitations. So which the first and second did not have. So why put in something that didn't break it and break the last?
because
two?
the plumber was like, fuck you, that's why.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, once
But-
the plumber and the
but-
mouse get involved, it usually is a fuck you.
But it was Nintendo
An
and Tecmo. They're two different
an
companies.
interdimensional
yeah,
spaceship,
but see-
a ship, an actual ship from space, interdimensional. What the fuck?
Tecmo may have made it, but Nintendo allowed it to happen. So they
Right.
had a say in there.
I
AKA,
guess.
The plumber had his word. The plumber always gets his word.
To a degree.
Yeah.
degree.
And the plumber always makes his money.
So, Sam, what's your opinion on the Sigma games versus the OG?
Well, when you say OG, are you talking about like the OG
NES.
Black?
NES, basically.
I thought he was talking about the first 2 Ninja Gaidens where they had Sigmas, and then the original ones were just
Well,
Gaiden
here's-
and then Gaiden 2.
Well, a lot of people have been arguing back and forth that the originals were better. The majority of the arguments was because they had actual blood. If that's your only argument, then that's pretty close-minded of you, because the Sigmas not only had more weapons, and you could actually play as the female ninjas, and yes, while the blood was turned purple, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna
Yep.
do a counterpoint for Sigma 2. Sigma 1 is perfectly fine because it's literally almost 1-to-1 with the original and original Black. But original Ninja Gaiden 2 did have like way more enemies on screen. Yeah, obviously there was blood and like decaps and cutting off
All the
arms and
doors.
all the other legs and all that.
Yeah.
But
Severing the limbs.
yeah,
yes.
severing the
Yes,
limbs,
yes,
exactly.
yes,
but
yes.
at the same time, Ninja Gaiden 2 also had, or Sigma had less enemies, but they made them more of like sponges in terms of health. So it played more like the original one instead of, or like original Ninja Gaiden instead of Ninja Gaiden 2 on the original Xbox 360.
Okay, counter argument.
Counter
if
the-
I'm not
a
mistaken,
counter.
If I'm not mistaken, Sigma 2 still beats the original because you get to fight a possessed Statue of Liberty. Fucking fight.
And I was gonna say, I'm not disagreeing that Sigma 2 is bad. I love Sigma 2. I'm just saying that they're two different games based on the same principles. Like the gameplay styles are drastically different. Which one you prefer is kind of up to the player, I would say, but they are very different. But Sigma 2, in my opinion, has a lot of great features just because they had extra characters you
I
can
was
play
I
as.
was about to say, while you can argue that some features were removed, I can also argue that even more features were replaced. So
Yeah.
you're getting more bang for your buck
Oh, yeah.
for the Sigma 2.
No, I agree. I think the perfect version would be Ninja Gaiden 2's like amount of enemies and the severing of limbs and heads with all the
the
content
added
of Sigma.
stories.
Yeah, and the extra content of Sigma 2. That would be the perfect version of Ninja Gaiden 2. So there is no perfect version, unfortunately.
I think the perfect version is any Sigma.
And I want to add a fun fact. Thanks to the later Ninja Gaidens, they made them canon with DOA.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
they
is true,
definitely
because
That
are.
is right.
Not
Team
only-
Ninja did work on these games.
Yep.
Not only did they explain high up Ryu and put him in there, they
Rachel's
also,
on there as well.
and Ayane.
Yep. Because
And Kasumi.
Well, Kasumi, yeah,
Don't
Kasumi.
forget about Momiji.
Yep, Momiji is in the DS game
And
actually, which is actually
funny,
not
if
that
you-
bad.
And if you want to play on the easy mode, Ayane makes fun of you. For
Wait, what?
Ayane will make fun of you.
Yeah, Ninja Dog difficulty.
Way of the dog.
Way of the dog.
Yep.
And you,
If
have
I
to, and you
remember-
have to wear Ayane's purple band.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, to do that, don't you have to lose so many times?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
well,
then-
you have to lose 3 times in a row, and then we'll say like, "Do you want to abandon the way of the
Yep.
ninja?" Which will make the difficulty way easier. But then you're officially Ninja Dog now.
Hi,
So, yeah.
hi, Phantom Pain. Here's a chicken hat.
Yeah, but it's basically the same deal.
Oh, it gets even worse than just a chicken hat. If you
Yeah.
keep screwing up, you get the little chicken hat, to which you can just walk up to the enemies and go la 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 la. Still won't notice you.
See, I've never failed the game so hard, so I've never known about that or dealt with that once.
And now you
I've
do.
died 3 times in a row, but no, I'm not going to be the Ninja Dog.
That's
No.
only happened if I've like royally got screwed over by shit that should not have happened.
Okay, now a question I'm going to ask everyone throughout this podcast. As we all know with hack and slash, let alone beat 'em ups, but mostly hack and slash, what's your favorite weapon in the game for just going all out and never switching?
In Ninja Gaiden.
In Ninja Gaiden.
That's
See,
gonna be
see, that's hard for me because I could either go True Dragon Sword or I could go
True Dragon Sword.
When he goes True Dragon Sword and Genshin's sword. I can't remember the name of it, but it's that sword
I know
with
exactly
the
what
red,
you're talking
with,
about.
I can
the
tell you
red
one
insignias
at
on
least.
it, or nunchucks.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, for
What about
me,
you?
Ninja Gaiden 2, the big old scythe, because you never go wrong with a big old scythe.
I mean, it's a big old site.
Exactly. And then in like some of the earlier Ninja Gaidens, if you feel like leveling it up hard enough, the wooden sword.
I was just about to say that. The wooden
Hard
sword.
facts.
Yep, the
Literally
wooden sword.
the- if you
mean-
power,
you
if
mean
you
that-
power it
fully
up,
power it up,
You mean
it's the
that-
best
you
weapon
mean
in the
that
game.
Blunt stone sword.
no, the wooden one.
wooden
literally,
one.
It literally starts off as a wooden sword.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
if you actually fully
Which
power it
game?
up,
Which one is it?
I think it's the
first
Very
one.
first one.
Very
Yeah.
first
Okay,
one.
then-
In Sigma 1.
Yeah.
If
It starts off as a joke weapon, but if you actually take the time,
I'm sorry, joke weapon.
joke
Yeah.
weapon,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
It's literally a wooden turning turn. But if you level it up, it becomes, I forget the actual name of it,
If you level up all the way max, it just turns to a giant dragon buster
and it
sword.
kills everything.
It just randomly, it's randomly the best sword in the game if you fully upgrade it.
Yep.
Yes.
And
So the weapon no one really cares about.
It's kind of like just a side note in the original Resident Evil 4, the pistol. If you fully upgrade the original starting pistol,
the Red 9.
No, not even that. Just the regular pistol. The
I know which one
9mm.
he's talking, which I have done that.
Yep. If you fully upgrade it, you get like 5 times, I think, crit rates, which means like most shots in the head are going to be instant kills. So
I
it's-
can vouch that.
Yeah, it completely kicks ass. It might not be the best weapon in the game, but it's one of the best.
If you love your headshots, that's
yeah,
the best thing
exactly.
to
Yeah.
Like Sam. Sam likes his headshots.
I also like my nut shots. Why do you think I play Sniper Elite?
get. But, however, one
There
of
was
the
a
difference
second-
between Ninja Gaiden and Black and Sigma, one from
So-
what I've heard,
so-
is there. I think Black has a bit of a higher difficulty setting
does.
It does. It does.
than the
Yep.
Sigma does.
It does.
Yeah.
Black is definitely the hardest of all of them.
Black is the hey, God, I feel like we're making dick jokes here now. Black is the hardest, and it's
Does
a
that
lot
also
bloodier.
Wait? Does that also mean that it takes the longest too?
That must be why a lot of fans were pissed off when
Why-
the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
Why do you think everyone
yeah,
keeps on yelling out, "Man, I'm getting fucked over here"?
I really wish that in the Master Collection they could have included Black as well as the original 2. That would have been flawless.
Yeah, well,
I
they
do
can't
agree,
have-
but
Yeah.
however, the reason I heard is because they
Exclusive.
lost the source code.
That and probably exclusivity
Oh, for the
deal with
remastered when they
Microsoft.
put it on the
I don't
PS4?
think so.
Well, because you can
Oh,
buy
you got-
Sig Black and the original 2 on the Xbox store right now if
Yep.
you want to.
Really?
Yeah, they're available. You can buy them.
How
on the
about
PS,
that anyway?
on the PlayStation Store, yeah.
Well,
I'm just gonna say, like, we did just have an issue of talking over each other, so let's try and keep that.
I think we should also move on to the next game that you have there
I
too,
have to
Sam.
agree.
Okay,
Or-
fine.
I got nothing more for Ninja Gaiden.
No, we can hold off on that game because he can go on forever on that game, and we can switch to someone else and just constantly go back and
Okay.
forth.
Well, how about we do a rotation? How about we start with you, or continue with you then, Sinan?
All right, I'll go.
We're going clockwise.
Yeah, we're going clockwise, right?
All right, that works for me. Let's talk about Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia. I've only played a little bit of Sands of Time, so tell us a little more.
I mean, the
So-
Jake Gyllenhaal movie wasn't too bad.
Fuck off! Get out of here with that Disney bullshit.
Wait, are you serious or not? I can't
No,
really tell.
seriously,
Okay,
the-
I've never seen it, so.
No,
Neither have
no,
I.
the
They actually
Disney
gave him a
version is
name.
literally a joke.
Okay,
It-
so it's not very good at all.
No, it is
No.
truly one of the worst things ever. I'll take the Super Mario Bros. Movie, please.
I will slap every
It
single
can't be.
teeth
It
out
can't
of
be
you
worse.
right
It can't be
now.
worse than the Last Airbender.
No,
right?
I'll take Last Airbender over Prince
bad?
of Persia.
No,
There's no way it's that bad.
No,
It can't be
Okay,
that
I'll-
bad.
I will take Prince of Persia over Last Airbender.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
There's no
I
way.
would, I would
I'll
rather.
take Prista Stan over Ung.
I don't know. I'm taking Ong over Jake Gyllenhaal any fucking day.
Wow.
At least
Can't
Ben
do it.
Stevens-
Nope, can't do it.
What about Dragon Ball Evolution?
Oh
We
god.
don't talk about that?
Those can equally burn in a fire.
Yeah.
I had to go.
You gotta go
I'm
there.
sorry, nope, I'm sorry. I'll take that movie over Evolution and Ong.
Anyways, but no.
But stretching all the way back from the for the Game Boy,
But no, so, yes, back from the
Even before
actually
that,
the original.
I think
the original Fat Boy.
Jordan Mechner.
Well, I think the original was like DOS or something, right?
no.
DOS or Enigma
No,
or Enigma.
I don't think so. Well, actually, it might
Jordan
be.
Mechner rotoscoped.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
don't
that was
remember the.
insanely difficult. That was a straight platformer because
Right. Yeah, the original was straight
Uh,
like escape within this amount of time. Right?
I
let's
could have
see.
sworn
Something like
that.
that.
I could have
If
sworn
you
that
wanted
it
to
first
get the good
started as a
ending,
Game Boy game.
Nope. Even older than
It
that.
was on the Game Boy because I'm looking up exactly what all it was on.
it was originally like
fucking
DOS or PC.
Yeah, it
for
was-
platforms. Where the fuck are you? Right here. Apple II.
Yep.
Seaport.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like DOS or one of the old computer
so
systems.
it was definitely. I remember playing it as a child in a computer game. So similar to the OG Ninja Gaiden,
Yeah.
it was also a side-scrolling
Yep.
platformer, hack
Very
and slash.
hard,
right.
But mostly puzzles. It was more of
Yeah.
a puzzle game than anything.
It was more of a
But,
puzzle platformer.
but hold on. Before anything, I want you to know the originally, and it's canon. The plot of Prince of Persia literally is either you have 1 hour to let me have that ass, or you're dead.
Yeah, pretty
That
much.
is literally what the plot was. So
Yeah.
you literally had an hour to save her from getting laid forcefully.
Yes.
Or she dies.
Yeah.
Or you die.
Yeah,
But, but literally,
like
you have an hour to give up that ass or else.
Like basically, in the OG Prince of Persia, you are playing Aladdin, and you're going to save Jasmine from being fucked by Jafar.
Oh wow.
That's
So
literally
the plot.
that's
Dude
pretty much.
literally magically conjures up an hourglass and says, "You have an hour to give it up."
I mean, like we're exaggerating, but that's essentially
Right.
it. No, but
You
like
have an
yeah.
hour to save her, basically.
But no, like I remember playing
get
it
the good
as
ending.
I remember playing it as a kid and everything. It was fun. But then the PS2 was like, "Hey, you remember that game?
What if we did that, but more?
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot more with it.
And if you
we're-
screw up, rewind.
and we're keeping puzzles because puzzles are fun.
Yes.
But we're still adding so much hack and slash element.
Oh, yeah.
You won't even know what to do with
And it's not
yourself.
just,
Okay.
it's not your standard like la 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 la. No, parkour.
Yeah, there's so much parkour in there, and when you add the parkour to your hack and slash, you're just like, oh my god, I feel invincible.
Well,
Just jump over dude and shake him in the crane.
Hold up. While we did bring Prince of Persia into hack and slash, I have to fight the fact that that the old school wasn't really hack and slash. That was fencing.
I mean, fencing is a form of hacking and
Yeah,
slashing.
Yes, it is a form of
it's-
sword fighting.
it's more like a form of stabbing, I would say.
I still
but
have to argue the fact that, to some extent, I have to draw the line
Okay,
because it's literally one-on-one
But I
fencing.
mean, we
You-
can't really
you know what?
talk about
Okay,
Sands of Time without bringing,
if-
at least mention
Oh
it.
no, we have to mention it. I agree with you. So no, you know what? I'll give you that original one. We will not consider that hack and slash, but it did inspire this
It did
franchise.
inspire.
It did.
Absolutely.
Which then just made it so much better.
Yes.
Ooh, almost perfect.
Oh yeah, no,
It's so
and
good.
honestly, the story throughout all three of the games, whether it's Prince of Persia, fucking Warrior Within, or Two Thrones, I love it every fucking time. And the only way to get the true ending is to find the secret weapon in Warrior Within to make sense
hold
for
on,
Two Thrones.
wait. Technically, you got to make sure you get all the health upgrades.
Yes, to get the secret weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
But can we also just throw it on the table that game overplayed I Stand Alone by Godsmack?
Oh
Yes,
no, straight
yeah.
up, straight up.
That and
Warrior
and-
Within. Well, yeah, every time the
Every
Dahaka
single
faces you, all you hear is.
No, they straight up overplayed that shit.
Yeah, no, but no, straight up, that was the only battle theme they had was Godsmack. Only thing, and it came out at the worst time because it's like, hey, let's make every video game edgy. Let's out of nowhere make Prince of Persia edgy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you and you're edgy. I mean, I still like the
'cause
game, but fuck you and you're
Hey,
edgy.
but hey, you gotta give it credit because the first 5 minutes of a cutscene we saw booty.
Not just booty, titties.
Oh man, you can't go wrong with titties and booties.
I mean, the
actually-
titties were covered up, but booty.
Yeah.
Booty.
I never really played Prince of Persia, but you guys serious about that?
Dude,
The
bro,
second one,
Dude,
yeah.
they literally had a close up of her walking up a fucking case of stairs, and you have ass in your face.
There's literally just enough on her to where she's not nude.
when we are when we are done with this episode, I am showing you that game.
Fair
You
enough.
might as well just spread it and say happy breakfast.
And if we're gonna talk between the three, I'd say Warrior Within had the best combat.
Okay.
No, I'm going with Two Thrones on that. Because you go between normal Prince and Dark Prince, and you have two different forms of combat.
Dark Prince was so fun, but ugh.
The only problem with Dark Prince is that
Timer.
each level, timer was fine. I was fine with the timer. The only problem was each segment you were Dark Prince was so short.
Yeah.
You didn't have a chance to
And then
stay
there
with
was
him long
Chariot.
enough.
No,
I'm gonna have to throw my 2 cents and say that Sands of Time had the better combat because hold on.
Oh no, I'm listening.
well,
Yeah,
go on, yeah.
because in Sands of Time
Yes.
you had more moves.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you had and I want to say the enemies, in my opinion, were actually a little bit tougher, and you actually had to go like, do
You
I
had to
do
plan.
this? Do I do that? While I found literally this one certain move where you literally jump over them and you could just like chokehold them to death. You could just spam the shit out of that.
Yeah, I would do that on the
And then
big guys
shank
all
him
the
with a
time.
time dagger.
Every single fucking time. You couldn't do that in Sands of Time. You actually had to fucking work for your pay.
Yeah. No, like I agree with you. Sands of Time definitely had the best gameplay because you had to work for shit and enemies and everything. But overall, though, I would take Two Thrones because of the being able to swap between Dark Prince and Normal Prince.
I would still have to not even give it that because literally and just bear with me on this
Oh, no,
one. When
I'm-
Two Thrones showed up, I couldn't help but seriously think that they were trying to low key rip off a God of War with the chain. I'm just
I
throwing
can
that
see
out
it.
there.
I can kind of see it.
I can
but,
see it.
however,
But it's
So
like,
so if anything, I would have to give Warrior Within because legit you had more secondary weapons to choose from, whether if you wanted to use them or not, and the whole stealth thing really threw me off. Now, stealth is not a bad thing, but legit, you're seriously gonna tell me that a guard is gonna stand there and you're gonna stab him to death multiple times, like literally legit, each execution takes like 2 minutes. You're seriously gonna sit there and tell me not one fucking guard is gonna turn on and be like,
okay,
yo, he getting stabbed over here.
okay, I have a counter for that. Assassin's Creed.
No,
it did spawn from Prince of Persia, and it just turned 15
That
years
is
old.
true.
Yeah.
However, literal, legit, one stab and you haul ass. Okay, that's Assassin's Creed in a nutshell.
Bro, I will literally replay any Assassin's Creed, and I will
Black
slaughter
Flag.
a bunch. I'll replay Black Flag, and I'll go through a bunch of people without getting seen once.
Yeah.
But in Two Thrones, this is literally what he does. Okay,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
you climb up a wall, and then you have a guy. I thought there was a dude here. Never mind.
So it's not. So the enemies
And
don't
after-
react accurately, is what you're
They
saying.
have
I
Metal
mean,
Gear Solid henchman vision.
It was
Okay.
the PS2, so,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
And then, then just because, you're going to ride a chariot now.
And then after a cutscene,
You can stop that. You can stop that.
Yeah, enough with the fake hack.
But-
I'm just
but,
throwing it out there.
But back to Two Thrones for Dark Prince. The reason I'm gonna counter copying God of War is God of War. You still had to hit the opponents multiple times. Dark Prince. Anytime someone got hit with the chain, they insta died. There was no real combos to that.
That was only if you got the enemies into the light.
I remember just instantly killing people with chain every fucking time.
You can obliterate
yeah.
obliterate mofos.
Yeah.
You can obliterate them, sure, but
But
you
if
have an
you
even
got into the
easier
light,
time
then
if-
it started to harm you.
No. If the enemies got into the light, that hurts them, not you.
Yeah. It's been
No,
a minute, so I forget.
the only thing that hurts you is if you're not getting sand and
okay.
sand or water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the water makes you turn back.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. Let's see. But either way, though, my favorites, like, Warrior Within is, like, my least favorite. Yeah, I did love the being able to
Because
grab
a certain individual.
No, I don't give a fuck about Jimmy whatsoever. Jimmy can go fuck himself. Just because he exists doesn't mean I'm going to hate Warrior Within.
Okay, fair enough.
Hating a franchise or a game or anything because someone else exists is a terrible fucking thing.
Thank you. Finally, somebody gets
Yeah.
that. I can't tell you how many times I have this one friend that literally will not play Resident Evil 7 all because of one friend. Just throwing that out.
I know, okay. But no, like, it's just, Warrior Within is just my least favorite. I still love it. Everything about it's still great, but it's just my least favorite of the three.
Which is fine.
Yep. All right, so, Kelly, I'm going to switch it over to you.
All right, so first thing on the docket for me, we've got the Ninja Turtles games, and boy, howdy, do we have a lot of them. We got the original Ninja Turtles for Sega Genesis, classic, based off of the arcade cabinet, which I love. It's such a good time playing it.
Oh, yeah.
We've brought up Ninja Turtles multiple times on this series so far.
Now, granted, I did not play the Turtles in Time sequel, nor did I get a chance to try any of the GameCube games based off the 2004 Ninja Turtles cartoon, which is probably my favorite Ninja Turtles cartoon, but sadly I did not play any of the games for it.
We have to change that eventually.
We definitely should.
Oh, for sure. But yeah,
Not for now.
just based on what I know from the original arcade game, yeah, it's a great time. Go fight a giant rat in the sewer. Just don't fall in.
Right.
Because for some reason, a turtle can't survive in the water.
Can I ask a question?
Turtle swim.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Next week, how about we all get together and we stream on Chris's Twitch one of the Turtles games on GameCube?
You know, funny you even mention that. Because the Cowabunga collection comes out next week.
Why? Perfect. We'll have to play some of those then.
Well, I mean, first we get Kelly to play the GameCube, you know?
Okay. So I have played a little of the second one on the GameCube. Randomly, it came with the Ninja Turtles arcade game, so we wanted to play that as well as the original two.
But what do you think, Kelly?
I mean, that'd be great. It depends on when I get back from Cleveland next week.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going to be out of town.
When are you leaving?
I forgot.
Well, the show starts at like noon. So if I want to beat on Saturday.
Okay.
So if I want to beat traffic, I'm probably going to have to be there
At the ass crack of dawn.
Yeah. And then the show's going to be like all afternoon, so it probably won't get done till like 5, 6 in the evening.
So you're looking at 2 weeks from now to stream, basically.
Yeah, let's just make it for 2 weeks from now.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
That sounds like an
During our
idea.
next recording session and everything, yeah?
Yep.
So yeah. So that's what I've got. Oh, I also, if you'll let me continue.
No.
Well, I think
No.
we're going to do one and then a rotation, then
Yeah.
we'll have you do the second one here.
Well,
All right, that's cool.
Well, first I want to have him keep talking about Ninja Turtles for a quick bit
little
because,
bit.
you know, me and Sam went on so long and everything.
No, that's okay. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot to say other than, yeah, original Ninja Turtles for the arcade and the Genesis.
Well, so,
TMNT Arcade
yeah.
and Turtles in Time
No.
are
Donnie was the
masterpieces for their
best.
time.
Donnie was the best.
I mean, he does have the best range.
Dang straight he does.
Agreed.
yeah.
Definitely.
Former favorite.
Leo's the best in my opinion.
Donatello does machines.
Michelangelo, the party dude.
I always forget who has the bow.
I gotta go with Raph.
That's Donnie.
That's
That's
yeah, I
Donnie.
like Donatello the best.
Donnie has the bow staff. Leo has the katanas. Raph
Raph has
has
the Sai.
Mikey has nunchucks.
Yep.
And
And then
Splinter has a stick.
And you will not disrespect that stick.
No.
Splinter
And
has
Shredder tosses salad.
Yes. Splinter has a shillelagh.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, answer me this though. What was your favorite memory with the TMNT games though that you've played?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Smacking your brother upside the head with a controller.
We're getting him to think this time.
I mean, you're not too far off, Ross. You're not too far off.
I want to hear this.
So, it actually wasn't my brother. It was another childhood friend of mine. He and I were chilling at his place, and he still had an old functioning Sega Genesis that still worked. So we slapped the game in, and we said, yeah, let's have a good time. And he kept intentionally dying and stealing my extra lives.
What a jerk.
Yeah. So then I did chuck the controller at him, and I did beam him upside the head, and I was just like, dude, knock it off.
So literally, he just only died just to get your extra lives.
He was griefing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was he even good at the game at all?
Not really.
Which explains-
Okay, that explains it.
Well, so then he's
Like,
so
I'm
then-
all for borrowing a friend's extra lives if I've actually died.
Yes.
But I'm not going to intentionally die just to do that. Unless, it's one of those games we have a
Unless it's you and Sam and you're trying to piss him off.
Yeah, that's a different story. Me and Sam would do that to each other all the time.
Exactly.
Actually, we have done that to each other before.
And some of the classic Turtles games where you can actually steal your partner's lives to revive, it can be a good strategy sometimes if you got a plan.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, then. Yeah, that's good. Grant, your turn.
I've got a couple, but we'll start here with Metal Gear Rising.
Okay, and we're done with Grant. Let's go.
And we are done.
No. I've still got more to say.
No,
Okay.
no. Revengeance Rising was good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great game. It's a good one-off that they did. I don't know if they need to make a sequel.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like
it's fine where it's
it-
at.
No, honestly, I would take a sequel of Rising.
well, the reason I wouldn't take a sequel is because Konami can't seem to do anything right these days. It feels like outside of re-release their old games.
That's why you get
You're
some-
not wrong.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There can't be a sequel because Jetstream Sam is not going to be in it.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's too many dead characters. They have to make too many new ones, and it would be hard to do that. The only way I would even possibly accept that is one. It would have to literally be outsourced to Kojima Productions as well as a joint venture between them and Platinum Games, and
Which
that's
will never-
that's
might-
never gonna happen.
Well, Kojima and Platinum, you might get that.
Yeah.
No, because Konami owns it.
Listen to me. I will only accept it if they bring back Jetstream Sam.
And they're not, so we're not accepting that.
So it's not. So
It's not gonna happen.
So a sequel is
And I
not going
wouldn't
to
say something
happen.
about Senator Armstrong, but well, he's dead.
Yeah, and let's be real, he was definitely one of those interesting villains because it's like, you don't
He
agree
came
with
out of nowhere.
Well, no, not even just that, but it's more like you don't agree with him, but you realize that there are elements of what he says that would logically make sense.
Plus, he's given us some of the best memes over the last year.
Nano
and a half.
machines, son.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't worry about every single egg.
Right. Yeah, it's like, so
Don't fuck with this senator.
yeah, he's a great villain in my opinion, just because memes,
It's so
sure.
it's so over the top.
Yeah, but he's also at the same time semi-grounded in a sort of kind of realistic way. Like he's believable without all the,
You know what's not believable about him? That freaking physique. Good
Yeah.
Lord, that man is
Oh, yeah, he's
jacked.
jacked.
Okay, first
Well, he
of
used to
all,
be a football player.
No, football player aside, no, that physique was all nanomachines,
Yeah.
son.
yeah,
Yeah, it literally
that too.
was.
There's definitely a lot of that implied.
Should have
but-
seen that one coming.
Yeah,
But no, honestly,
but if I can talk about the actual game itself besides
for
the
it. Yes.
memes, so the combat's great.
So, anyways, Ross.
no, let me finish. Let me finish.
I'll allow it.
Well, Platinum Games developed it. They've made great games, which I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about at least one of their games on here. Hint,
Maybe.
hint.
I have one of them right here.
Hang on, we'll get to you in a second, young man. But yeah, Platinum Games.
I'm older than you.
You,
Shut
you
up.
are. You are.
Okay, go
Yeah.
on. Let's get
Okay,
through this.
let's just get through this quick. Great gameplay. Soundtrack's amazing. There's memes just for the soundtrack alone.
It's rocking.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I could easily agree that
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the
Yeah.
soundtrack
Yup.
of that game.
Yeah, soundtrack's phenomenal. The game is pretty short without being too short. It's like what, 6 hours? I want to say, give or take.
6 to
I
8.
think
Yeah,
you could probably,
with skipping.
You can
cutscenes,
finish it
so.
in a day.
I gotta say
Yeah.
6 to 5 for
if
me.
you were
Yeah.
to speed run it, probably
Yeah.
less than 3.
Yeah.
Wait.
It was a short game.
No, I mean
You
like,
could finish
like
it
you
within
said
a day.
6
Yeah.
to you mean 5 to 6?
Yes, 6 to 5. Yes.
5 to 6.
Yes, 6 to 5.
I'm done with this point. Okay, continue, Grant.
Yeah. So it's a relatively short game if you skip the cutscenes. I think there's like two hours of cutscenes, something like that. It's
Which
not
is
as
short
long
for
as.
a Kojima game.
Yeah, well, I don't think Kojima actually had that much involvement in this one. To the best of my knowledge.
Actually, he did. He wrote the story.
I was
Did
going
he?
to say, read the.
He legit did the story, and Platinum Games did the
Everything else.
everything else.
We'll have to verify that, but I do know that Platinum obviously did all the combat and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that he actually wrote the story. I thought that was
It's
somebody
the
else.
Metal
but-
Gear story. He was still owned Metal Gear at the time. so
Hideo
yeah.
Kojima.
I thought he just supervised. It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is that the combat's great. The story is fun for what it is.
Yes.
Obviously, the music is good.
Yes.
I think it has some interesting character developments with the character Raiden himself here. It's just overall a fun game. One I totally recommend. And again, if you like Metal Gear, even if it's not if it's debatably canon, I think it's canon. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. In my heart, it's canon.
No,
for
no,
sure.
no. It is officially
Okay.
canonical.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but obviously, like canonically, this would be like the last in the timeline.
Yeah,
basically.
no, it is. No, it is
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
It is legit canon.
Yeah.
It literally takes place
After 4.
7 years, I believe, after the Guns of the Patriots.
Was it 7 years? I know it was quite a bit later because obviously
It's
Sonny
like
is
7 or 8 years, in the game, like the
I
story.
thought it was something like 3 or 4 because I
don't know about 7 years
Yeah.
because Sunny's still practically young.
Yeah,
when you see her.
she's like 13, 14. Then she was like 8 or 9 or something. But I don't remember the official age. Probably it's either way. It's
Either
a few
way.
years. Yeah.
Yes.
But in closing, great game. Check it out.
If I may, as I looked it up and stuff, it does say Kojima was one of the producers.
Producers, yeah.
Producers as well as publishers. So yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't really write the whole thing, but
And as we all know,
saw it. So
in
Well,
that
I mean,
game,
But he was in charge of it, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
legit said this is okay.
yeah,
And-
he approved of it
And,
basically.
and if you're a producer, you do have say on shit that
Right.
goes in and out.
Yep.
yeah.
So so technically he did say this is my story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
and as we all know, Raiden is the master of all disguises. Hey, look, I'm going to go into Mexico. I'm a giant robot ninja. How do I disguise?
Oh, for fuck's sake, not this again.
I'm going to wear a sombrero and a serape. And then,
Adios, amigos.
while I run into the sewer. Okay, I'm done now.
That part was so ridiculous I couldn't help but laugh.
Honestly, though, what I love about Metal Gear Rising is just realizing how fucking overpowered Raiden really is.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
especially after he gets his shit kicked in by Sam there.
No, not even that. No,
Yeah.
like towards the end of the game when you're just riding, you're fighting that one Metal Gear machine,
Yeah.
and you just destroy it. And
I
you're
think
like,
I think it was called Exodus.
yeah, probably. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna lift up its weapon and then go through my super time mode
Yeah.
and just swing it like it's fucking nothing. And it's just like, wow, that weapon.
This is
Okay, wait,
well, Metal
no,
Gear
no, I
Rising
can
is
beat
as
you on
as
that.
anime as the series ever got.
Hold on, Grant. Hold on. I can beat you on that. Even at the beginning, he literally stopped a Ray's attack and tossed that motherfucker up in the air.
That's
no,
true.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, you're right. And it's just like, wow, he's using this giant super mega sword like it's like hundreds of tons, like it's fucking nothing. And I'm like,
I'm just gonna say one thing before I pass this one over to Ross.
all right.
Nah.
Nanomachine's son.
We already said
covered
Nano
that.
Machine, son.
We covered
Fuck
that
you,
already.
That
Nano
is your
Machine, son.
reasoning.
Grant, can
It's
we
nanomachines. We don't need to explain shit.
Grant, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Just once.
Just once, just
in
once.
life. Get yourself one of those muscle suits and just come to a convention with us as the senator. Go around
That would be-
Senator Armstrong. Because you look just like him.
I don't look
you
anything
fucking
like him.
look just like him.
No.
Yes, you fucking
Do I-
did. Get yourself one of
Audience,
those
do I look
muscle
like
suits.
Senator Armstrong?
If you're
Place your
complete-
votes now.
If you're completely clean shaved and put a
Xenon,
bald
look
cap
up his
on,
face.
yes.
no way.
Hey,
Yeah.
You look like him, like if you were back in his college days.
I don't
You
look like
just
I don't look like
him.
I don't look like.
Yes, you fucking do.
Do I look
at
like
him.
him?
He looks just like him.
I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it.
Look,
And
I'm-
people say
I
look
am
like Seth
almost
Rogen,
seeing
and I
it.
still don't see it to this day.
We
Oh,
give, you go
hey.
completely clean shaved and we give you a receding hairline, you've got it.
Hey,
Man,
Sam,
okay.
here's this picture I photoshopped of Grant wearing a muscle suit.
God damn it, he needs to go to a convention.
Fine, buy the muscle suit and I will do it. Yeah,
right.
I will do it if you buy me a muscle suit.
Deal.
Okay.
Done.
All right.
Done deal.
Okay. All right.
So we'll move on. I think I've
let's-
said.
I will take.
I will provide that to you.
All right, so Toss, what game by Platinum is it you were going to talk about?
I'll talk about that my turn next time.
Ooh.
I'll
Okay.
start off simple. Final Fight.
Ah,
Fuck your Final
Fight.
Hey, my good. I mean, yes, I have Final Fight 2, aka Street Fighter 89. But no, Final Fight, the very first one. Such a great arcade beatie. I love it.
A classic by Capcom.
Yep, definitely.
Gotta hit it like Hager.
All three of them are great. There's only three, guys. Only three.
Of the yeah.
We don't talk about the other ones.
You know,
I
I'm
was
not-
thinking there was
I'm-
just a bunch of re-releases from one.
Well, I was gonna say there was the Revenge one on the PS2 for being serious, and then there's
Well, then
also
there's
that
Final
like
Fight
fighting game
Streetwise.
one.
There's
Which
Final Fight Streetwise.
yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Thank you.
And then what was the arcade one called? The fighter. It was so like it was kind of obscure even by like Capcom standards.
I don't know.
I
I don't think there was one.
there was. Let me look that up. I know there was a fighting game based on Final Fight.
You
I
are
mean,
correct. That
I
was
mean-
on the Sega Saturn, as
Yeah,
far as I know, unless it was already said.
Let's see.
No.
You know, it's a great beat 'em up.
Meh.
Double Dragons.
Oh, that's a great one too. Yep. Double Dragon 2 specifically on the NES.
Sadly, I don't have a lot of memories with Double Dragon, but the only Double Dragon game I've ever played.
I can tell you some fun times I had with Final Fight. Mostly going to the old Toledo Sports Arena, playing it there.
If I may, Ross, before you continue that, you did cut.
Yeah, you
Chris off.
did.
I thought you had stopped. I am sorry.
No.
Yeah. So could you finish that real quick, Chris?
Yeah, the only Double Dragon game I actually played was Double Dragon Neon that came out.
Neon.
That game is great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is good. Yes.
Like, bro, high five.
I just need to say one thing. I am Skeletor. Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong person, wrong villain. I don't even know my name in that game, but I swear to God, I am Skeletor mixed with the Monarch. I am your worst nightmare, Skullmageddon. I am Cornholio.
Okay, you are done.
And
Hey,
Jar.
Where's
if we have the attention on me, can I at least just
Thank
mention
you.
that the 3D game for Final Fight was Final Fight Revenge, which was, like you said, Saturn only.
Yes.
And obviously was released in arcades first. So.
okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
There you go.
All right, so Ross, back to you.
Oh yes, my good Final Fight. My memories of spending many quarters trying to go through there with Hagar, because he was easily my best character in the game. Because why? Because he could suplex mofos.
Yeah.
And pile drive them. And I played on the original arcade where you had Roxy and Poison.
Yep.
I also had the console version where they were changed to Sid and Billy.
Yeah, that was lame, but it was what
It
it
was
was.
dumb,
Yeah.
but whatever.
I wasn't too familiar with that one when I downloaded for
And it
the
was-
Wii,
it
a
was-
virtual console.
It was also Final Fight that gave us the very classic, oh my god. Which, if the console versions, yes. And over here, they changed to oh my car. But in the original Japanese, it was oh my god, oh my god. But
Oh
because
my
we're-
God.
Yes. But because we're a bunch of prudes over here, oh my
All
god.
hail to the Gnaw. All hail to the Gnaw.
Hell no.
Hell
Yep.
no.
I want to say I've played all three of them. Well, the first three. I got to say that Final Fight 2, of all the Final Fight characters, Maki. Anyone know Maki?
Yeah.
Like the ninja
I
with
believe so.
with the blonde hair. She was my favorite character.
Yeah.
And,
And then the third game was probably the best of the actual game
And
games. I
You
would
are
say.
correct.
Yeah.
That was
What's-
actually my introduction
Oh,
for the
yes.
Final
Yeah,
Fight.
it's a great game.
I see a hand up.
So in all honesty, I don't like. I remember playing Final Fight like once or twice as a kid, but other than that, though, I have like no real memories of
It's
it.
such a classic.
Which one, if you don't mind me asking, did
The
you start
fuck
with?
do you think I know, man? You really? I said I played like once or twice as a kid. You think I'm gonna remember exactly which one?
Fun fact:
you-
Hagar's first appearance in games was not in Final Fight.
Wait, what was it in?
Saturday Night Slam Masters.
That came first?
Yeah,
I didn't
Bless
know
you.
that. That's interesting. Oh, we
You
have
know,
a
I can
hand up
believe
here,
that.
Sam.
because
We have a hand.
All I need to say is I can't tell you how many times I spammed the shit out of the lightning attack in Double Dragon Neon.
Yeah.
I spammed the shit.
Not the same game,
Yes.
but we'll take it.
I have a hand. I see a hand.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah,
You have chips on your feet.
weird. They should be on my shoulder. Oh God! I just made a Grant joke.
Ba-dum-bum. We'll shake it for you, buddy.
Well, I'm waiting. Shake it for me. I'm waiting.
Here,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting
That's
for
it.
you. Stand up and shake it. There we go. There we go. That's better.
There you go, buddy. Just for you, my man.
Alrighty then.
But alrighty, moving on.
yeah.
Do you have any last words to say or anything else?
Oh my car.
God, just,
Oh my
just
God.
threaten him like Jumanji. Any lost words?
All right. Okay, I'm gonna throw this over to Chris now. What game you got?
Oh, another a good old classic. Like in the beat 'em up genre. You all familiar with Battletoads?
Yeah. Who isn't familiar
See,
with Battletoads?
I think
I-
I just
even if
heard
you never played
Vietnam
it.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
I think people not familiar with Battletoads would be anyone born in the last 20 years.
Yeah, but
No,
even
no,
they
might
would
have played
even they would
Killer
know the
Instinct where
memes.
They had Battletoads in it.
But you also have to understand the infamy behind it.
Yeah,
Yep.
all the.
A game
Do you
where
guys
most
have
of us thought they only
Battletoads?
had, a game where most of us thought they only had 3 levels.
Turbo Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in the American version.
Yeah, I
But
did.
there was that cheat.
The warps.
Oh, the warps that you gotta use.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would classify them as cheats, honestly.
It's more like a secret.
Yes, but yes.
Secret, yeah, and speed run strat if you want to get through the game quick
Because
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had Battletoads in Japan, it wasn't that hard. The only reason they made it harder is because we had places, things like Blockbuster. Back
Yeah,
then.
rental places.
Because
That
in Japan, that shit's illegal.
Right.
You know, every time someone says Blockbuster, I feel my age more and more.
Whoa.
Hollywood Video?
Hold up. Renting.
Oh,
Hollywood Video even more so.
Wait.
Yeah.
Renting video games was illegal in Japan. Did I just hear that right?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
That is a fact.
Yeah, so they have a thing where like they have like a trade back program where they'll give you most of your money back if you return it in certain places, I believe. That's kind of how they get around that law.
This is the first time I'm actually hearing it.
Yeah.
I heard about
Okay,
that,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It's kind of like an obscure thing for us
Yeah,
Americans.
I only knew about it because I think it was Lord Cat watching him
Yeah.
beat Battletoads.
Yep. Yeah, again, I just remember seeing like if you buy the game, you can sell it back for like most of your money, and that's just in certain places. I don't really know the exact.
I don't know, but that's still a
stipulation
thing, but
behind
I know
it.
I just
back
pulled up
in
an
those,
article and I gave it to Sam. He'll
Okay.
read that.
but I know
Anyways.
back in the days, yes, it was at one point illegal to actually have games.
That's why they made Resident Evil harder for the American market, the original one, because they didn't want people to beat it in one sitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
they wanted to make the companies wanted
I've
to make
heard
their
some
monies.
companies doing that.
Yeah.
There's some certain games, like an earlier episode we mentioned, Lion King.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
and developers purposely made it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just
A
don't,
game
just don't
we
want you to beat
thought-
in one rental.
It also Battletoads is also a game. At least I can't say anything about this business, but I know the NES version. That is not a game you want to play two players.
so
You know,
the
funny you
Genesis-
mentioned that. I have not, to this day, beaten the NES version.
I
I,
was gonna
have,
say-
in fact, beaten this Genesis
The
version.
Genesis version, just a side note, you have unlimited continues in that one, I know.
No.
Yeah, you do. I played it. You have
no.
unlimited. I'm
Not
pretty
even-
sure you do. Let
No,
me look
see,
that up.
No, I can vouch this. You
And-
don't have unlimited
Let me
Believe me,
continues.
and if you
see.
want to play
However,
this game with
though-
a friend, don't play the. Oh, go ahead.
I
However,
remember
though-
playing it, and I remember there being unlimited. Let
The
me
Genesis
see.
version, you do start with 5 lives instead of 3. Well, the hitboxes, I believe, are much easier in the Genesis version. Plus, that infamous turbo tunnel that we all have problems with.
Yep.
Going up and down, it's much easier in this version.
Okay,
than
so
the
basically,
others.
it's a.
Remember to raise your
Oh,
hand
sorry.
because you did just cut
Yes.
Chris off there.
I just,
Let
I
Chris
just said I'm
finish.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'll-
Okay,
I'll actually let Sam do
Alright.
this one. I'll come back.
Well, this wasn't even a big thing. I was literally
Yeah.
this was addressed to you
Oh, no.
before you said shit.
No, and you're fine. You're fine. I was just. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was literally just saying that they literally just made it illegal just to stop piracy.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's literally all I was gonna say.
You know, I can actually agree to that.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
But anyway, Chris, back to you.
Now you're fine.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm,
so Chris,
I'm
as you were saying-
surprised. I can't. I could have swore there was unlimited continues in the Genesis version. Maybe my memory is just incorrect here.
You know what? Some people's memories can be a little fickle on some certain games. I'm not gonna lie.
Let Chris finish.
But the real challenge you want with Battletoads, try to beat this game 2 players.
In both of them.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep. And Sam has his hand up.
Sam, if you would.
What game are you talking about with lives? The first Battletoads?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Battletoads.
that did. Have
Actually, no. On second.
that did have lives in it.
Yeah. But not unlimited.
Not,
Maybe there was a cheat code for unlimited lives.
And unfortunately, unless you want to Game Shark it, no.
So-
But there is a way to earn a lot more lives in the second level, believe it or not.
All right.
Just smack him, smack him, smack him, smack him.
Yeah, the bird enemies that you face, you can actually repeatedly keep hitting those enemies until you get an extra life.
Oh, okay.
But you can't stop no matter what.
But if I may,
Yes.
yeah,
You may.
Yes. If you want to beat Battletoads, don't play it 2-player.
No.
Do not play it 2-player.
Well-
Definitely not.
2 players you could do only if both
you-
players haven't to be in the game and you gotta actually be practically in sync with each other on what to do.
Especially in the Wookiee tunnel.
You mean just have one person down here and one person up here?
Even
No.
then, it's
Hey,
still a pain in the
even
ass.
then. Hey Ross, let's play a little game of whack fuck. Whack fuck.
But that's just Battletoads 1 on the other hand. There were 2 other Battletoads
Yes,
games
I can see
for the
that.
Super Nintendo. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, and I have the Super NES version of Battletoads Double Dragon. Battletoads Battle Maniacs, from what I've heard sometimes, could almost be kind of a sequel / kind of remake
Yep.
of Battletoads 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's an offshoot.
Yeah.
Still
I
fun.
consider it a sequel, some consider it a remake, whatever you want.
Alt universe,
now, I'll
maybe?
admit, to this day, I have not beaten Battle Maniacs yet.
That's fair. It's a
I've
tough
only
game.
gotten to the Carnith layer, and that's as far as I've gotten so far.
Oh,
You know,
Carnat's Lair.
I've never heard of that game till just now. I kind of want to try that and see if I can beat it for you.
Good luck.
Good freaking luck.
Unfortunately, there's one problem you're gonna have. Like most, its version of the turbo tunnel. It's much harder than.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and really,
Because
if you're
there's
on-
some certain certain sections, you don't know if you got to jump or literally go into the ball pit to jump.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
and
that difficult.
Oh.
So basically, the only difference is instead of pimples being held hostage, it's
Zits?
It's zits. That's okay because Rash was always the coolest one anyway.
He's
Thankfully,
right
Yeah.
in this game, and if you input a certain button code, you can start out the games with 5 lives and 5 continues. That's all you get.
there. Okay.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
The Xbox version of the new Battletoads kind of really sucked kind of hard.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the
yeah.
reviews for that.
I
and
played
honestly,
like 2 hours. I'm just like, this isn't very good.
I mean,
Not even 2 hours. I
I
would
mean,
say,
to be
but-
fair,
To be fair.
to be fair, while Battletoads is classic and timeless, it's also a game you don't want to remake or try to make a sequel.
Yeah, you
of.
really
Yeah,
don't need
but
to.
the fact that they tried and the direction they went in wasn't good.
I respect them for trying, but now we also know let's not bother.
Yes.
Probably.
And also, here's another problem with that. What happened to our sexy Dark Queen?
I know everything's so sterilized in the
It's
new
like,
game. That's my problem with it.
I look at her as like, where'd the sexy hotness go?
Right.
They need to make it just. They should have made it just like the arcade version of Battletoads. That is how they should have made a new one. Like
And I'm gonna-
like up the edge even more, not like tone it down and make it sterile.
Yeah.
And I will make this. If people think the turbo tunnel's a pain in the butt, then there's level 7. Volkmeyer's Inferno.
Actually, you know, that one I actually love, believe it or not.
Oh, dude.
But there's way more crap coming at you than the turbo tunnel.
Yeah.
That I can actually deal with. Plus, I love the music that they're playing in the background for that.
That's
I
fair.
love
Or
it.
the one where you're
Well,
on the,
then again, I've only heard the Genesis version to that one. I've yet
well,
to
there's
hear
also
the NES.
I forget the name of it. The one where you're on the little bike wheel thing chasing the ball, with the ball chasing you.
Yeah, I'll admit that is kind of a pain in the neck. But one thing I've heard with that level in the NES version, if you're playing on a high-def TV, we'll get to you in a minute.
I'm just holding my hand up.
And supposedly, from what I've heard, if you're playing on a high-def TV, there might be some frame delays or something trying to dodge it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
How would you all rate the music in Battletoads?
Great out of 10.
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
Especially when you pause it.
That depends
Yeah.
on which. Well, hold on. That depends on which one.
The good one.
NES.
Which one?
The NES one.
Okay, let's go with NES. Yeah.
And here's a good.
Yeah, I gotta go. I
the
gotta
Genesis
give it a
version doesn't
8
have
out of
that.
10.
8 out of 10?
Aw.
Okay.
That's unfortunate, but yeah.
All right.
I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
That's
Yeah.
fair rating.
And because you mentioned it, Grant, thank you for bringing up the Battletoads arcade. I
Yep.
kind of forgot about that for a
Great,
moment.
yeah.
great game.
Which I've seen it and I've played it.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. I have it on
Plays
the
all
rare
three.
replay there.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys think we've done enough about Battletoads?
Oh, yeah, I
Still
think
got
we're-
one more game here.
Just a little bit.
Battletoads Double
Just
Dragon.
like
Let's talk about that really quick here before we move on to round 2.
All right.
Yeah. So far, the Super NES version is the only version I beat, and I'd probably say the easiest version,
Okay.
and as well.
Blunt.
It all depends on which. Honestly, this does play a little bit more like a Battletoads game than it does a Double Dragon game. And honestly, and even though I haven't really touched that much Double Dragon, but I can sense it's more Battletoads related.
Okay.
And you also
Probably.
kind of got to appreciate the silliness of, oh, look, you want to get a big kick? Oh, I have a boot for a foot.
Yep.
Oh, look, I have a giant fist. Oh, look, I have ram's horns.
Yeah, I gotta appreciate the silliness that a game.
Yeah,
offers.
I have played it. I can confirm it's way more like Battletoads than Double Dragon. So.
But we have covered that.
Yep.
And
Time
I can't really
for
think of anything else to say. So,
So,
let's pass it back on to
round
Sam.
two.
So I know Sam has put lately a lot to say about this topic.
This is
Oh, a lot I think is an understatement.
Yeah, a
We
lot
go
is an
on
understatement.
And on and on and
We're,
on.
we're gonna limit
Okay.
him to maybe 10 minutes tops, just because he could go on for 10 hours
Somebody
probably.
put a timer on.
okay. I'll put a timer on.
You got a timer?
Easy enough to say though. What I can say about Sam's topic this time is that is single-handedly.
Double May Cry, 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 Double May Cry.
If
Devil
it
May
hasn't
Cry.
been obvious for some people already, he loves Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's
I mean, he
that's
likes
your
Capcom.
favorite franchise, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought so.
absolutely.
Is
Ever since
single-handedly the worst franchise.
what'd you say, fucker?
Oh, I didn't say anything. No, that wasn't me at all.
I swear,
It was great.
I heard
swear to
nothing.
Christ-
I didn't hear anything.
swear to
Grant
Christ.
said it.
I swear to Christ, I will RP's drive through bitch slap you.
I didn't hear a thing.
And funny to see how Devil May Cry spawned from
Resident
a-
Evil
Yeah.
prototype. Yep.
So stretching back 2001 when Resident Evil 4 was actually in the making.
One of the best games ever, by the way.
Yeah. Debatable, but
Horror games, yes.
I'm just saying action games in general,
I will say it is a timeless classic.
Yep.
And how the remake is going to happen is up for debate.
I want it to be good.
Okay, we're not talking about Resident
we're
Evil
not.
4.
Well, yeah,
We're
let's,
not talking
yeah.
No.
Nope. We're gonna get off track. Yeah.
Hold on. While in the making of Resident Evil 4, they took a completely 180 turn to where, I'm trying to remember his name.
Leon?
Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami or Mikami, however you want to fucking say it.
I've heard it as Mikami.
So he legit said, yo, this is way too different. I'm fucking turning this around and making something different.
Yeah.
And thus, Devil May Cry happened.
Yeah.
Because Dante was originally supposed to be Leon, but they said, fuck it, throw a red coat on him, give him white hair, boom, damn,
And we name him
dum,
Tony,
dum.
and then we name him Tony Redgrave.
Done. No. Tony Redgrave is his alias that he used to keep himself into hiding from the demons while he was growing up. In the novels, it even shows that he was a low-class mercenary that was just working to get by, whatever it was.
Can I interrupt because this is important? Hideki Kamiya.
No. Hideki Kamiya came later on.
He was the director of the first one.
But Shinji
Yeah.
Mikami was the creator.
Okay. Let me confirm that. Yeah. Okay. So you would know better than me probably.
That-
I was about to say, you really want to fucking test me?
Yeah.
Many had tried.
If I may, if he was to go gun to the head on a what he knows more than anything
Yeah.
else, it's gonna be Devil May Cry.
Sure. That's fair.
There is no franchise he likes more than Devil May Cry.
Right,
Or even
yeah.
equal to.
This is a guy
Yep.
who went through
Yep.
the hardest difficulty.
Yeah. It says here after Shinji Mikami requested him to create a new entry. So yep. There you go.
So then, like I said, in 2001, Devil May Cry hit, and it was phenomenal. But for some reason, I have a friend. I'm not gonna name him, but I'm calling him out. Who thinks Devil May Cry 2 is better than 1? And I will forever tell him he is wrong.
He's
As
wrong.
much as-
He's objectively wrong.
As much as Devil May Cry 2 was fun and enjoyable, and it got multiple playthroughs out of me, it is considered the black sheep because literally.
No, it's shit, Sam. Just say it for what it is.
Because I'm not gonna say that because I actually had fun with it.
Did you?
Same. I actually.
Well, I mean, I did too, but it's shit compared to the rest of them.
no,
No,
fuck you.
It is.
It
It is
you.
easily the worst of the five.
Hold up. It is not shit. It is just the weakest link.
It is easily the weakest.
It is the
Easily.
weakest
You
link,
can
but it
kill
ain't
everything
shit.
just by shooting it.
Listen here, motherfucker. 2 gave us Rebellion. That is good enough for me.
That's
Two
true.
gave
That's
us
true.
2 gave us beautiful Devil Trigger designs and a different character to play.
2
story
gave
mode
us
wise.
Gunslinger 2 sometime.
All I'm saying is that by and large, easily the worst of the five.
And 2 gave us the original Sin Devil Trigger when you're about to die. And they also gave him a kick-ass outfit.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll agree with that. Yeah, he had a great design, but
No,
another thing I had a problem with 2 is that literally he's so serious and quiet compared to the other ones.
Because he's been through so much
And I
shit.
get it. I get it.
Now hold on.
But-
This was before they decided to change the timeline to
Yeah.
where 2 was the last one on deck.
Right.
But when 5 came up, then they immediately was like, we're gonna be dicks about it. So here's the new timeline.
Yeah.
It goes 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, anime, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That is now the official canon timeline lore that has one of the developers or producers literally put on Twitter that this is the new timeline. Deal with it.
I think they should just say that 2 is an alternate universe at this point because it clashes.
No.
Well, I'm just saying because it clashes so much with 4 and 5's personality.
No, fuck you.
I'm just saying, like,
It was Dante's emo phase.
okay,
Fuck off.
All
now.
right, we'll go with that.
Okay.
No, it was his phase of shit. I think my brother is officially dead this time. Fuck
Right.
everything else in life.
Yes, I can work with that. Now answer me this: When do you think the novels would take place in that timeline?
So here.
Novels?
Yes.
Here is how it goes. Originally, the novels were not canon until 5 came out, and Nell Goldstein, the woman who made his guns. No, Nell Goldstein. Nico is the granddaughter of Nell Goldstein.
Okay.
Yep, the original.
Because originally they were making it say like Dante personally made the guns himself. No, he did not. Now the novels are canon because of 5.
So are the novels actually published in America, or are they Japan
Yeah.
only? I've never heard of them until now.
He read the novels back when we were
I
in high school.
actually
Okay.
have the novels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have the novels and the manga.
Again, I've never even heard of this till you mentioned it.
So Nell Gold.
This-
So back when he went under the name Tony Redgrave, he met this woman called Nell Goldstein that would help him out and give him weapons and shit if he was able to pay for them. But
Right.
because of the simple fact that he was just too quick with the triggers, he would always break the fucking guns. So before she died, because of a fire that was started by demons,
Fuck the demons.
she gave him ebony and ivory as the last gift.
And we know the lore
legit
behind that.
Beyond compare of anything else. So when 5 came up and they were like, Nico is related to Nell Goldstein. Then the novels were officially canon. I'm talking both 1 and 2.
So
and then people were like, well, what about that Virgil? What about Virgil being in the? No, listen here, motherfuckers. That Gilver is a fucking clone that was made by Mundus. I will fucking fight people. That was not really him.
All right.
I have a
Do
question.
not test him on DMC. On Devil May
I'm going to
Cry
ask you
knowledge.
this: what's your favorite Devil May Cry game? I think I know this.
5!
one. I thought so. Yep, 5 is the best in my opinion. now.
5.
Yeah,
Back in the day, like
I remember you liked 4 back in the day. I wasn't sure if
Oh,
5
no,
usurped
he's
that
always
for
like
you.
4, but he always like 3 better than everything else.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you said 4 was your
Here's the
favorite
thing.
back then.
3 has the best story. I'll
Yeah.
give it that much.
Right.
But what separated 3 and 4 was the fact that 3 limited you when it came to your weapons and your styles.
Sure.
When 4 came around, they literally handed you everything. That's what sold me.
Yeah.
And then literally when they handed you everything as Dante in 5, that still was the best one.
And 4 gave us Pandora.
But the story in 3,
It's the best, yeah.
I can't say 5 story beats it
No.
because literally 5's story is kind of a copy of 3 when you really break it down.
Right.
But 3 story is still better.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's see. Well, 5 is just there to bring back,
Okay, look, that's not true because legit, Itsuno straight up said, and I have read multiple articles that while we're bringing back Virgil, he's not going to be playable. There's not going to be a special edition or anything. I have read multiple,
But Virgil's playable in the special.
No, I've read multiple articles that there would not be a special edition of 5.
LOL.
1 year later,
We finally have
We've
it.
got it right
and
here.
I'm just over here like, gee, Itsuno, are you trying to blue ball us, or you just decided, fuck it, I want money?
Actually, no.
Sucker.
Better yet, Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom's
no,
like, give
I'm-
money.
I'm going with
No,
Itsuno on here.
no. It was Capcom was like,
Money. And Itsuno was
You
like,
make him playable.
Itsuno was like cock tease. That was Itsuno.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
been playable in all the other special
I don't
editions.
have-
at
no,
this
here's
point.
Hold on. You can't. He was playable in 3, and 3 only happened because they fucked up on the difficulty
Yep.
thing. 4, he wasn't playable till 4 in
4
4
special
until
edition.
7 years later.
Yep.
And then they decided to bring up DMC Devil May Cry, which I'm gonna say it's a welcome addition. It's a nice little story on its own.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ninja Theory wanted this Dante to be closer looking to the original because it was a revamp of the story. Capcom was the one that said, "No, we want you to push him as far away from the original." So every single time when somebody says Ninja Theory fuck up, no, Capcom was the one that dropped the ball
Which
on
makes
this
sense.
one.
Yeah.
But hey,
Okay, that does make sense.
I want to ask this question real quick. Would you say that you love DMC, but you would prefer if it was just not called DMC, essentially? Like if it was just its own thing?
I would love DMC if they would if Ninja Theory was allowed to give us the Dante that was meant to be. I want to see what that was.
But with how it is
But
now,
as
though,
it is-
you would prefer, similar to like the one Ghostbusters movie, you would prefer if it was just not DMC, if it was called something else, like Angels Against Hell or some shit. I don't know.
I actually had this little conflicting thing in me. It was like, which one would I go with more?
There's your 10
Hey,
I'm
minute
gonna
mark.
make this my closing statement. Which one would I go more? Would I go DMC Devil May Cry or Devil May Cry 4? Because it's just a simple fact that you I only get to play as Dante through half of the game.
Yeah.
But Lucifer, Pandora,
Okay.
and Yamato.
and I will make one final point about the Ninja Theory one. One of my favorite boss fights throughout that whole series. Bob Barbas.
And I'm
I'm sorry, what about Bill O'Reilly?
Exactly.
Just doing
And I'm just going to make one
Bob,
last statement,
you're
too.
fired.
I was a little harsh on Devil May Cry 2. I admit that, especially since I know the background is like the director of 3 had to take over halfway through production and kind of had
Itsuno
to put
came in
He
and
had to
took-
put it
yeah.
together. So for all intent and purposes, I think they did okay
Yep.
with like what was basically going to be a train wreck of a game, putting it all together.
Yep.
So
Okay.
so I apologize, Devil May Cry 2. You might be the worst, but you're not as bad as I made you out.
Okay, so before we leave Devil
We
May Cry-
accept your apology.
Thank you, sir.
before we truly do leave Devil May Cry altogether,
I do have one
Okay,
question.
Okay.
And though, since I didn't actually purchase any of the DLC, did you by any chance purchase the DLC for DMC at all, Sam? Or no?
For which one?
GMC, because I think there was
DMC Devil May Cry?
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be DLC costumes or
so-
something,
so
wasn't
for
there?
the original, fuck yeah. If it's for the original, fuck yeah, I did. I'm a fucking Capcom poor boy.
All right, because here's what I since I didn't, here's what I heard. They made one of the costumes like the original Dante. Is that true?
in
Yeah.
DMC
In the
3,
Ninja
yes.
in the Ninja Theory one?
No. They did DMC 3. They did his DMC 3, and I think they did his DMC 1. I'm not 100% sure. But then but then there was this other one where they got him looking like some fucking kid from that just walked outside a Hot Topic wearing Converse.
Yeah. Okay, so my last question before we truly leave DMC, technically two, but I'm gonna keep it short. Gameplay wise, how would you rank each one from best to least, and also best Devil May Trigger designs?
Okay, so for combat wise, 2, 1, 3, DMC 4, 5.
Okay, I can work with that.
All right.
I would switch DMC in 3, but I otherwise agree.
So Double Trigger.
designs, just designs.
So one is down below because it's just there's barely any
It's
Double
just
Trigger
red.
right there.
It's
yeah,
just
simple.
the only one you can ever actually
change
see
color.
The only one you can ever actually see is the Sparta one, and you only get it during the end, or if you get the special outfit.
No, you know what? No, I take that back. DMC Devil May Cry because it's
You know what?
literally just
Yes.
a red fucking coat.
Red coat and hair. turns white.
Red coat and look like he shot up. Okay.
Yep.
One. You know what? I'm gonna have to say 2 and then 3, and here's the reason why. Because 3, when you put Navon on, you can actually float around.
Okay.
So literally a homage to Alistair.
All right.
Let's be honest here. 4, just because it just 5, Sin Devil Trigger.
Really? I figured you'd put 4 at the top above 5 for design.
He probably did at one point.
No, because 5 pretty much copies the same as. So it's literally like you just stuck 4's Devil Trigger up there, but then when Sin Devil Trigger comes up,
Yeah.
so it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. Me personally, though, 2 is my favorite Devil Trigger design. Because it's just so, unique-ish. And also you have the girls' Devil Trigger thing. I'm like, I love that. Okay.
And we also forgot to briefly, there was a DLC mission thing for the Ninja Theory one. That was Virgil's Downfall.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, you damn fucking dude! I fucking pre-ordered that shit and legit and literally they were having troubles with it to the point I actually had to fucking call them and tell them where's my promo code? Where's my promo code? Where's my promo code?
All right. And now,
We're moving on.
So now we're finally done with DMC. Only over 3 minutes.
Yeah, we actually kept it within 15 minutes, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been
And
fast.
another thing. No,
It would.
We're gonna put that one on ice, my man.
It would have
How
been.
about
Okay.
How about,
how about no, Sam?
I'm just kidding.
Okay. So
So we have
Ano-
another great one here.
another great addition to the hack and slash genre, which we mentioned a few times, the God of War franchise.
Classic.
The only downside to the whole franchise, if you know Greek mythology, Disney did better.
Are you fucked in the head?
No, if God of War getting Greek mythology, Disney did better.
Disney might have done it more fun.
Okay,
Explainly,
let me get
though, I
this
don't know.
straight. let me get-
Explain.
So let
But
me
here's
get
where
this
Disney
straight.
fucked up.
Now,
They made
according
Zeus-
to you, Zeus is an all-loving husband,
LOL,
faithful,
not at
loyal.
all.
He loves his kids. He's a great father.
Okay.
Hera does
Yeah,
not.
Yeah,
Hera literally just loves her husband altogether. Zeus does not sleep around.
Yeah, I'm
in
sorry,
any
God
way,
of War
shape, or
did
form.
great
Sorry,
all
God,
the better.
I'm
so
gonna have to say
no-
Quote unquote, best god ever.
Wait, what about best god? What?
Quote unquote.
Who said that?
I'm saying that.
Okay, well you're wrong. Anyways, no, fucking.
Just a joke, not being
I
serious.
mean, Disney's more accurate than God of War is. The reason I said no, you hold on.
Let's keep this quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Anyways, the reason why, fucking, at least you got the labors of Hercules in the movie Hercules by Disney. Yeah, they're not in order. Yeah, they change a few things. Yeah, Chiron's a villain for some fucking reason. But in God of War, Kratos slaughters everything. He slaughters Medusa before Perseus does. How is Perseus in the fucking second game related when it's like, wait, how do you slay the Titan without Medusa's
Who
head? 'Cause
cares? I just
Kratos
want to
get-
kill stuff.
Yeah, that's all God of War is. I just want to kill stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking the biggest irony, Kratos is the one to get Prometheus off the mountain. Kratos is the one who put him there in the first place. That's a fact. That is a fact. Kratos is the
Hold up. Wait a second. Doesn't he kill Perseus before he? Oh no, wait. Perseus killed Medusa, right?
Perseus kills Medusa to kill the fucking.
Okay, so
Kraken.
wait a second. You can't put that one on Kratos because if you remember, it was Aphrodite that decided, here's Medusa, fucking kill her.
Yeah, but also the Kraken was you fight the Kraken into after you kill Perseus.
Yeah, and you kill the Kraken with a bridge.
Yeah,
That's true.
When you're supposed to turn to stone of all things.
To say nothing of what you do to the Colossus of Rhodes in the prologue.
yeah.
Hey, that was fun though. That was fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the Colossus Road crushes down because of an earthquake. No, in this, it crushes down because of you.
I just gotta say, God of War is one of the most consistently good franchises. Like,
Oh,
I don't
no.
dislike any of the games.
No, I
of the
agree
main
with you.
ones.
The games are amazing,
Yeah.
but when it comes to mythological accuracy, it's worse.
Well, yeah, it's not accurate, but I'm just saying
saying
it's more accurate than Disney, if nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
I love Hercules,
it's-
the movie, mind you, but
No, again, I will fight. Disney was
I'm
more
sorry.
accurate than God of War was. Just
I would
saying.
have to say no because Disney made Zeus look like an all-loving family.
Yeah,
man.
and he's
We all know-
kind of the
How
opposite.
to accurately sum up Greek mythology? Zeus. I'm gonna put my dick in it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it!
Too late.
or
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but God
zap
of-
and kill it.
No, but God of War never once mentioned Zeus fucking anything.
Well, he has a kid, which is Zeus.
He has
or,
a
Kratos. So.
He has a bunch of kids,
No,
but by no means.
Kratos was not the spawn of a god. Kratos was actually a human.
Yeah, so he
A
was
Spartan.
Zeus and a mother.
No.
Or somebody.
Okay.
What?
No,
Kratos
Kratos
was a
was just a
human.
normal mortal man
About
who
to get
then
crushed by a barbarian.
who was then enslaved by Ares.
Yeah.
He called upon Ares to help him win a battle.
Well, wait, wasn't Zeus his
That's
father?
true.
I could
No,
have.
no,
I'm
no,
not forgetting
Zeus
the
is
lore.
the daddy.
Yeah, I thought Zeus was
Yeah,
the dad.
Zeus is the father.
Yeah. Kratos is demigod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's
remember?
half
You had to play
god,
the
half
sequel. So.
mortal.
I haven't played 3 yet, so
I'll
I
be-
don't
I'll be-
care if I'm spoiled.
Oh, no.
I'll be
it's-
honest, I only ever played the first
But
game.
Well,
but
I
it is
played all
set
three-
in 2.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
season 2.
Yes,
and
but
It's the Darth Vader moment of the series,
yeah.
basically.
But
Yeah,
the
pretty
reason
much.
he's white like that, that's human ash.
yeah.
Yep.
Because he's a full-on Greek man.
Well, originally they just wanted to do the one God of War game. That's why it kind of ends like mostly kind of semi-open
No,
originally.
actually, so there were interviews about it. They didn't want to do one; they want to do multiples.
Okay, but they weren't
what-
sure.
The routes they wanted to take were what they put in the PSP games.
Ah, okay.
They wanted to go with those, so they
Yep.
were like, you know what, PSP,
like
that
a
way,
prequel or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Ghost of Sparta, best PSP game between the two.
You know, I actually didn't play
Never
that one. I
played
only
that
played
one.
Chain of Olympus.
Same.
It's still good, but Ghost of Sparta is better.
I think Ghost of Sparta is the only one I've never played of all of them.
Yeah.
So I'll have to
I
change
played-
that.
I do have to say, I think Ghost of Sparta is a little bit better. But however, if I could get the Gauntlet of Zeus in there, that would have been.
Oh yeah, no,
But
Ghost
we'll
of
get
Zeus
the
is great.
best weapon.
But fucking-
because there's good ones.
But fucking.
But fucking,
Does anybody know if the God of War PSP on the remaster for PS3 is on PlayStation now?
it might be.
I'll have to check
I
that
don't
out.
know.
We can check it
I
out.
Yeah,
I
after
want
the
to
we
podcast.
say
should
it
after this.
is.
I don't think so.
Don't think so. That's sad. That's,
We'll check it out after the podcast.
yeah,
that's for sure.
because I want to
Yeah.
play those again.
But
for
yeah,
sure.
no, like but however, I can give all the God of War games. There is not one where I was ever disappointed with the weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, the weapons are great in those games.
My only issue with the PSP games is I literally look like I'm running like Vince McMahon.
Without carrying your quads.
Yep. Actually, no, wait, I take it back. I was disappointed with some of the weapons in 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
To be specific, I was very sick of Helios's head. Yeah, it's more.
Oh,
of a,
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's more of a gadget than a weapon,
Yeah.
but still, like, I didn't care.
I barely use
So I'll
it.
Yeah,
take
you
that
only use
as
it
do
occasionally.
not ever upgrade it if I ever get it.
Can you
Yeah,
even
pretty
upgrade
much.
that
I
one?
did
don't
not
know.
That's
like-
all I need to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did not like the Claws of Hades.
I did.
Those are fun.
The Nemean Cestus were great for taking care of crowds, but fucking Nemesis Whip was where it's at.
Yeah.
Nemesis Whip was okay for me.
That's the one you got.
Nemesis was in
Green
3,
Lightning
right?
was just so
Yeah, that's the one you got from Hephaestus.
I don't look. I know what you're saying, but to me, I felt like there just wasn't enough moves based on
Yeah,
it.
I mean, the biggest issue.
Think Lucifer from DMC4.
Oh, no.
So much potential, not enough moves
Yeah,
for it.
oh no, I completely agree with you. No, honestly, the biggest issue with 3's weapons is that essentially they're all Blades of Chaos, but one's heavy Blades of Chaos, one's light Blades of Chaos, one's Blades of Chaos with arms.
So just a side note, I would almost consider probably more of an action RPG, but what did we think of the PS4 God of War? I really liked it, actually.
You mean
the
God of
PS
War?
So
Yeah,
first of all,
yeah.
still hack and slash. Nonetheless.
Definitely still, yeah.
And there are RPG elements because of armor and shit. but
More so than the previous games.
more,
yes.
more so.
However,
especially.
the weapons are still. But
Choice.
the weapons are still mandatory.
The-
There's no switching them.
There is no switching weapons. Fucking when you get Blades of Chaos so late in the game, you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this
I know,
feels
I-
so much better.
I wish they
I
would've
heard there was a
introduced-
lot of hype behind that.
No, fucking.
They
okay.
almost didn't make it into the game.
You know what, Sam?
Really?
I'm throwing this to you. Angry Joe review.
Oh, I sense a rant coming.
Keep it sweet. Keep it
So,
short.
so Angry Joe is biased
Yeah.
for the most part. And
That's
ki-
putting it lightly.
and kind of closed-minded.
Yeah.
If he finds one little thing wrong with it, he literally goes into a 10-minute rant about it.
No, but I'm talking about the God of War review.
The God of War review literally, what was it that he bitched about?
He spoiled.
Oh God, yeah! This motherfucker spoiled the Blades of Chaos in his review.
Really?
And literally half of the comments was, "Joe, what the fuck? That
is
don't
a
fucking
review,
spoil
yeah.
this shit."
And there was no spoiler warning or anything.
Yeah,
just
he just
straight up,
says
he's
that-
like,
Yeah, no,
I mean, you kind of feel like it's probably going to happen, but still.
No, nobody knew that was going to happen because it was literally just right there. The only time that it was actually even heavily applied was literally when Freya said, "Your frost axe ain't going to do shit down
Right.
there. You need to find something else." And when Kratos just went, there, you were like, "What?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?"
Yep.
But no, Angry Joe normally gives out warnings. He did not give out any warning in this whatsoever. And and he dropped the ball hard.
So what you're saying is, to use the man's own words,
You
you done fucked it up.
Yep.
yep. No, like seriously. It's
Like,
like,
he-
What
No,
was he thinking?
No, he fucked it up harder than his review on Last of Us 2.
yeah. Well,
so-
so we'll talk about that. In a
Yeah,
minute.
I was going to say, I feel like we're getting off on a
Yeah.
tangent here.
But-
Badger.
Okay. So,
I just had to throw that
So
out.
I guess really quick, what are our last statements on God of War here?
So first
Play
of all,
it, buy it, support it.
It's
the
great.
enti-
yeah.
Yes.
I would always recommend every God of War game. Unpopular opinion, fucking the one prequel. I'm Ascension.
Ascension?
Yes.
That was the
Ascension.
weakest. That was the weakest.
was
I would
the
say.
weakest.
No, it's similar to Devil May Cry 2 and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of the weakest, but I still love it.
I still like it. The
only-
juggling was really good in that
My
game.
only
prison level.
my only complaint when it comes to the whole fucking game, the fight before the final boss is harder before the actual final boss.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's kind of whatever though.
Wait, so I'm gonna. So you've done a lot of questioning with me, so I'm gonna
Yes.
throw one to you.
Do so, please.
Worst weapon to best weapon.
Okay.
In all the series.
Oh,
homie.
boy.
I got you. Okay, so let me quickly pull up a list of all the God of War weapons.
Uh-huh.
But fucking worst
Besides the
weapon.
blade.
But fucking.
No, Blades. I'm putting Blades on that
Rectum
list.
fornicating.
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
know, no. I'm actually
make it
gonna
quick.
sweeten the deal.
Yep.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Just,
From
just
the-
do top
just list
three.
them.
No.
We're gonna be
He,
here
no.
forever.
He's I'm gonna give him top 10 because he treated me with the questions. I'm gonna give him this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
make
right.
it quick so Kelly can have his second.
No,
turn.
Poor Kelly is so tired. He's so tired of our bullshit.
I mean, it's mostly your shit, but yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I definitely got a
Number
lot.
10.
Okay, number 10 out of all of the fucking games and whatnot, I'm going to have to give the Spirit of Destiny from God of War 2.
Ooh,
I disagree with you on that one, but go on.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, number
Well,
9.
Actually, no, wait. I take it back. I'm going to put Claws of Haze number 10. Number 9 is
Okay.
going to be Spirit of Destiny.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
fine.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8, I'm going to have to give it to Gauntlet of Zeus. It is a great weapon. I love it. But the other weapons do get better. Nemean Cestin Cake's number 7.
Okay.
Number
Yep.
7. Okay,
Number
number
7?
6.
Number 6, I'm going to give that to Nemesis Whip. Number 5, I'm giving that to the Spear of Leonidas.
Okay.
The Spear and Shield combo from Ghost of Sparta.
Oh, you
Okay.
mean the Arms of Sparta?
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank
Okay.
you. I apologize. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're
Next.
very welcome.
Number 4.
Number 4, Leviathan Axe. It's a great fucking weapon.
Really? I thought that would be higher for you.
It when you upgrade all the way, it's a beautiful fucking weapon.
It is.
2, it has have great things like range, being able to boomerang and shit like that. But overall, though, as a base weapon, it does get that list.
All right.
So
3.
Okay.
number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Blade of Olympus. Because,
Okay.
Because
All right, I'll give
one, it's just OP as fuck.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, and you're like, why isn't it number 1? Because it's OP as fuck.
It's literally double trigger. It's literally a fucking double trigger.
And when it's in Mortal Kombat 9, it gives one of the best fatalities.
Yes.
But it's literally a double trigger.
I forgot Kratos was in Mortal Kombat 9. That's actually a good point
Only
you
the
make,
PlayStation
Kelly.
version.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
PS3 version of it.
For the number 2 spot, Blades of the
Blades of Exile?
fucking
Blades of Chaos.
yeah, Blades of Chaos, Blades of Athena,
Blades of Exile.
yeah, well,
Blades
yeah,
of Exile.
basically all your base weapon throughout the entire franchise.
All
That's
right.
number 2. My number one.
The hammer.
Fuck that. No, I would put that below the spear.
Oh,
Fucking
dude,
my
I love the barbarian hammer.
The Barbarian Hammer's great, but my number 1, this goes to the first game ever, Blade of Artemis.
Okay.
What's your rationale?
No, seriously, it is a beautiful fucking sword.
It's big
you,
boy.
You get it so late in the game, but also if you upgrade all the way when it's that beautiful red blade, it cuts through everyone like butter. But
It slices,
but-
it dices, it purees, it makes mincemeat out of all the underlings.
But what I love most about it, basically, it's Blade of Olympus, but not that overpowered. I could use that in every fucking game, and I'd be like, I can work with this.
All right.
Plus, also that spinning attack you get with it is just so fun to do.
All right.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, Kelly.
Kelly, sir, what do you have for us?
Woo! We got probably what was one of my favorite games at the time, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
That's
Tell me
That
more. I
is
still need to play
good.
that one.
So basically, when this game was first released back in, I think it was either 2008 or 2009,
Something like that.
it was basically meant to serve as an in-between between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Ah.
It was the story of Darth Vader's secret apprentice that he was grooming to help him overthrow the Emperor.
Wasn't it Starkiller was his name? I remember.
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, Starkiller, yep.
At first, we knew him as just the apprentice.
Yeah, first he was just the apprentice, then he was codenamed Starkiller, then we find out that his real name is Galen Marek.
Okay.
And it was just a fun game. You carve a swath through the Star Wars galaxy, just basically murderizing everything.
Nice.
Hidden Jedi Masters, droids,
Rom Coda.
Rom Coda. I love freaking Rom Coda. One of the best side characters ever. There's actually a level that's only in the PS2 version that was actually missing from the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, where you go to Cloud City and you have to, and the boss that you fight there is a freaking fracking Gungan bounty hunter.
Really?
And he does not play around, son.
Yep.
He will wreck you if you don't
you
know
know-
what you're doing.
And
A missing level we never got on the PS3 and
PS2
Xbox 360.
yeah,
Huh.
it only
Yep.
showed up in the PS2 version. I checked.
and I don't know.
I'm wondering if
but
it's actually in the
PS2
Wii version
had
now that
the-
you mention it.
So each version is slightly different.
Yep.
The PS2 is the only one, as far as I know, that has that level.
So this Ultimate Sith edition that we have here, what's different between that and like the
So-
PS2 version?
Oh,
You get the steelbook case.
right, obviously.
You get a couple of art cards.
Okay.
And then you get three
Count 'em three.
excellent DLC missions. So
okay.
when you get to the end of the main campaign, it branches into one of two directions.
Okay.
The good ending, Starkiller Galen, sacrifices himself to allow rebel prisoners to escape from the Death Star.
Yes.
Oh, well, that
And
doesn't-
he's revered as a hero and helps. Basically, his sacrifice is what helps kickstart the Rebel Alliance.
So was this game originally meant to be standalone then, if that's the case? Because I know
Yeah.
it's a sequel.
yes,
It was also supposed to be like the between episodes 3 and 4.
that's right.
Okay,
You
so
mentioned
so
that.
I guess tell me the bad ending, and then maybe tell me why there's a sequel if it ends.
So-
if there's a sequel.
You're gonna love this.
The bad ending. You straight up murder Darth Vader.
What?
You murder
What?
Darth Vader and become Palpatine's new apprentice.
No way, that's crazy.
Oh,
And then-
yeah.
And then
And Ron Coda dies.
and Rom Coda dies. And then as Palpatine's new apprentice, now you're Lord Starkiller.
Oh.
And you get 3 DLC missions.
Ah, okay.
DLC mission number 1, you storm Jabba's palace. You
Nice.
kill that slug,
Whoa.
and you also take down Boba Fett, and you get a lovely little trophy called "And the Quarterback is Toast."
So basically, it's like the ultimate non-canon
yeah.
extension.
Of course.
Wow.
That level also has a
DLC.
couple Easter eggs attached to it as well.
DLC mission number 2, you go to Mos Eisley. You hunt down Ben Kenobi.
What?
You hurl his ass into the Millennium Falcon's engine and
No
vaporize
way,
it.
really? That's wow.
Then he comes back as his ghost, and you chuck him into the engine again.
If I may, basically these two endings is like Metal Gear Solid 3 when you kill Liquid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in DLC,
Well, you mean Revolver
Ocelot.
Ocelot, but
yeah,
I know what you mean.
I'm sorry.
and
It
then-
creates a paradox. Yeah.
Yes.
And then in DLC mission number 3, it fast forwards to Empire Strikes Back.
Whoa.
And you storm Echo Base on Hoth. And you capture Luke Skywalker. You duel him. He puts up a decent fight.
Yeah.
And then you completely go to school on him. It's like,
Yeah.
ding ding, class is in session.
And mind
You beat Luke Skywalker, and then Starkiller just straight up reveals, "Oh yeah, Darth Vader was your dad, and I killed him, and you work for me now."
Wow.
Well, actually, before that, it's technically a 2-part fight. The moment Starkiller says that, Luke goes full rage mode right there on the
Right.
dark side.
Yeah.
And then he beat him again, and he's like, "You're my apprentice now."
Wow. So basically, it's like
Well,
this is
also,
the ultimate.
I
bad
gotta correct
ending,
you a little
bad
bit.
end.
Kelly, the Jabba's Palace and Mos Eisley missions were actually one DLC pack. The other DLC mission is actually the Jedi Palace.
True.
Yeah, he's
So
right.
my question then, Kelly, is if you said that the good ending ends conclusively, how do they make a sequel then?
Clones, baby.
So bullshit, basically.
glorious clones.
So I gotta throw this out there. The Force Unleashed 2. I had a buddy that actually bought it brand new, pre-ordered and everything.
That was me.
No, not you. Yeah, another buddy of mine. Okay.
I mean,
5
listen.
hours later, he goes back to that GameStop and says, "I want my money back. I just beat this game in 5 fucking hours. I
It's
want
only
my
a
money
5-hour
back.
game?
I don't give
Oh,
a
wow.
shit. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit if
That-
it's already open and
because
everything. I
Starkiller
want
is
my
ridiculously
fucking money
OP.
back.
No, like honestly, I almost did the same.
Really? So
I-
it's a huge step down? Would you
Oh,
say?
So,
it's a
if-
complete step down.
If I may,
Mind you-
if I may.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'll let you go first because
Okay.
you're gonna be quicker.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna fun fact. I don't know. I'll let you get your book because I'm gonna say some fun facts.
Okay, so yeah, I also pre-ordered the special edition of Force Unleashed 2. Gameplay-wise, it is better.
Okay.
It is funner and everything because one,
more
you're
fun and all that?
dual-wielding lightsabers.
Yeah, sure.
You can never go wrong with dual-wielding
Yeah,
lightsabers.
exactly.
2, you get better force powers and shit and all
Uh-huh.
that good part.
Which is saying a lot because the force powers in the original Force
ridiculous.
Unleashed, especially if you spend the time to EXP grind and max out all of your powers to their top form, you can chain together Force Lightning and hit multiple targets at once. Or my personal favorite, the Lightning Bomb. Charge up one enemy with Force Lightning and then hurl him like a bowling ball into a crowd and watch
And
as
you
he
can already-
explodes.
And you can already hit motherfuckers with other motherfuckers.
Oh,
Yep.
it's so beautiful.
Or, you know,
you
my
can
personal
you can
fa-
choke them out. You
Yeah.
can totally force
Or no,
choke
my
people.
personal favorite. Force choke lift, chuck your lightsaber at them.
Wow. And impale
and then
them.
throw them.
That's
Yes.
a great one. But yeah, no.
This is
like,
the first one, right?
Yes, this
yeah.
is just in the first game. Dude, there's a level in the first game that you go inside a Sarlacc and you kill it from the inside out. You basically explode a Sarlacc.
That's
Wait,
amazing.
no, there's an even better one than that. You straight up force pull a Star Destroyer from orbit.
Yes! You
Yeah.
literally Galen, Starkiller, he literally rips a Star Destroyer out of the sky and sends it crashing to the ground.
while fighting everyone.
Why
else.
have I not played this? This sounds amazing.
You should hear the conversation that he's having doing this.
I should definitely check this one out.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, and actually,
good.
each version of the game,
Yeah.
there's a different conversation going on as
Yeah.
this is happening.
So would you say?
I played the Wii version?
So would you say the Xbox version or PlayStation 3
My-
version?
Honestly, even though the Xbox 360 and PS3 have the best graphics, I would say in terms of the story, the PS2 version might actually be the definitive version
Why
from a
is that?
story standpoint.
Wait,
Because
what,
you
extra?
actually get more story content in the PS2 version.
Really?
You just don't get the DLC missions.
Now that I think about it, actually, the
And-
game was recently ported over to Switch.
Was it?
Yeah, have a look at some reviews about that, because I'm wondering if all the content on the PS2 version was put on Switch.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Check that out just in
Also,
case.
But really quick, back to Unleashed 2.
Yeah.
Unleashed 1, you have all these levels, and they're all decently long and
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
Unleashed 2, there's literally like 5-6 levels, and they're just straight to the point.
They're like
It's
not
like-
even an hour long.
Like,
each?
they went very linear with these levels.
So there's more choices and just generalized longer first level or
There's-
levels in the first one.
And even the first one, there's also more shit to find, too. You
Yep.
know?
Collectibles
Yeah,
and whatnot.
And-
well, and the fact that you can customize your lightsaber, you can customize the hilt, the power supply, the color crystal. But you
can have a black
you
lightsaber.
get colors that you've never even seen before in a lightsaber.
Oh wow.
Yep.
There's a black one.
And there's
Like a
extra
black lightsaber, nice.
Yes.
Well,
before the dark saber was even a thing.
Yeah.
And you also get extra costumes, and some of the costumes are like legit badass looking costumes.
Hell.
It's sad that none of these are canon anymore.
Yep.
And you could, and depending on how you customize your lightsaber, it would actually alter your fighting style. Like if you want a more speed-based style, a more
Oh, wow.
defensive style,
That's
you
a-
want more power strikes.
So more than just aesthetic, you're saying.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
because in Star Wars, whether canon or not, the lightsaber color just like not only does it say your fight style, but also your force powers.
Yep.
Like Yoda.
Which that is actually a more recent addition. Originally, the color was just a pure aesthetic choice.
Yeah.
That is part of the new canon where color dictates your skills, which I'm not entirely sold on that idea. I always liked it just more
'Cause
as
you have
an
Ahsoka doing-
individual
Yeah.
style, aesthetic choice that each Jedi chose
Because
for themselves.
Ahsoka
Yeah, I
Tano
like that
has
better.
white lightsabers now.
Yeah.
Wait, we have white lightsabers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I
anyway,
stopped caring about Star Wars, so that's what brought me.
And also,
so
fortunately, it has. Oh, go ahead.
if I may, Chris had his hand up first. So
No, Kelly already answered a question I already
then
had.
go ahead,
Okay,
Ross.
Yep.
and I'll also say how Starkiller became the apprentice was really fun because that's how the game starts.
Yeah,
because you're
the
Darth Vader
You're the the prologue level is Darth Vader
going to Kashyyyk
going
and
to
just wrecking
Kashyyyk.
shit.
And just wrecking stuff
because
off.
he
Yeah.
finds a Jedi Knight in hiding there.
Uh-huh.
He levels everything. Oh yeah, and there's a trophy on that level where if
The worst
an-
day shift manager ever.
worst day shift manager ever, and that's if you manage to friendly fire kill 20 or more stormtroopers.
Which is very easy to do.
Which is very easy to do if you know what you're doing.
Right.
So
And why
Vader,
wouldn't you?
So Vader rolls up to Kashyyyk, levels the place, finds the Jedi Knight that was in hiding there, kills him, and right as he's about to leave the place, all of a sudden you just see yoink, his lightsaber get ripped out of his hand by like this 5-year-old kid
Yeah.
who happened to be the Jedi's illegitimate son, and Vader's just like,
You're mine now.
"You're mine now."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really was like that. It's like such an interesting start. But no, honestly, if you pre-ordered Force Unleashed 2, there was an amazing Easter egg in the pre-order bonus. Which
Pre-order.
Was, yes.
An
It
Easter
wa-
egg in a pre-order. I've never actually heard of that before. That's interesting.
Wait, what?
I've never heard of a Easter egg in a pre-order.
So
before.
it's a pre-order bonus, but this bonus was also a Easter egg because it was supposed to be a it was supposed to lead into another Star Wars game, which never
so
came.
they were going to
to
make a third one. You're saying
be.
Okay.
Not Force Unleashed. It was
something different.
The skin was called the Maul Killer skin, in which basically the apprentice looks like Darth Maul but white instead of red.
I see.
And you got these awesome lightsabers, and basically this Easter egg was supposed to be, by the way, we're coming out with a Darth Maul game.
I'm surprised
which-
they never did.
Yeah, because that's when LucasArts got bought by Disney.
So that's when
The plug got pulled,
Yeah.
basically.
Along with Star Wars 1313, was it?
I think.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
I believe so.
Battlefront 3 too. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Proper Battlefront.
Well, there was only 2 Star Wars games that got canceled because of that. It was the Darth Maul game and 1313, or was it 3131? One or the other.
Whatever the case.
Point is,
Yeah, and it was just to
Point
this day.
is, the mouse killed good Star Wars.
And
stuff.
which even
Yep.
I think I said before in the show, but I would actually come back to Star Wars for the Maul game if they ever brought it back.
Sure.
They should,
I
honestly.
would agree.
Because it was supposed to be 2-player, and you were supposed to be with like a female of his race and shit. I was like,
What is Darth Maul's race?
Zabrak.
Zabrak?
They're
Okay.
called Zabrak.
Zabrak.
Yeah,
There actually is briefly a Jedi Zabrak that gets pwned by Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith, the Jedi Master Eth Koth.
You know, I didn't know that was the name until just now, and
And now
that's
you-
a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see him briefly. He's one of the 4 masters that goes to arrest Palpatine. He's actually the only one in that scene with the blue lightsaber, and then Palpatine just absolutely wrecks him before he even gets a
Because he's
chance.
Palpatine.
By the way,
he's
this
Palpatine.
is what Maul Killer looked like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Go for Palpatine.
Now that I think about
Yep.
it, that Darth Maul game, I wonder if Ray Park was brought on to be Darth Maul again for
Probably.
that.
Probably would have. But do we have any last things to say about Star Wars?
I think we're good.
I think we're ready to move on.
Force Unleashed 2 would have been better if they made it longer.
So I guess my last question about that is, I assume the game was probably rushed. Maybe.
Probably.
Kind of.
Kinda.
It
You
did,
think so?
Kind
it
of.
did come out like the year later, maybe a year and a
It
half.
only came out a year. Oh yeah, they should have
Yeah.
put that in the
It
oven.
was
a little
like,
bit.
yeah,
know about
if the
that.
original was like
Let me double
08,
check, let me double
if
check.
the original, I remember correctly, the original was 08, and then the sequel was like 2010. So yeah, it only took like less than 2 years for them to put it out.
Okay, so it was on a tight schedule or something. then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a result of it getting rushed, it
The
definitely
quality.
feels like it's rushed.
I don't know about that. Kind of feels like it was 2 years, but Sin's looking
Okay,
up for me real
no,
quick.
Kelly's right. It was 2 years, less than 2 years.
And I guess my last
Wow.
question is: does 2 end on a cliffhanger?
Oh no, okay.
No, it pretty much resolves.
It does resolve
Um,
itself. Okay.
Well, it's
Depends-
got 2 different
The only
endings.
Yeah.
problem is, depending
Sam-
on which ending you play, it contradicts the ending of the first game.
Oh really?
Actually, okay. So Sam's right. There is 2 different endings, and depending on the end, if you chose the evil ending, there was DLC for it.
Okay.
Which I never got because I didn't want to spend $26.
Sure, that's fair.
And there was no DLC for the good ending, which is the good ending's probably the true one because it explains why you never see the apprentice in the movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a way to promote that, they put the Apprentice in Soul Cal 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
true.
was before Force Unleashed 1.
Yeah, to as a cross promotional, he was one of the unlockable characters in Soul Calibur 4.
And believe me.
To unlock him, you had to beat story mode as either Darth Vader or Yoda, depending on which version of the game.
Yeah,
you
because
had.
Xbox was Yoda, and then PS3 was Darth
Yeah.
Vader.
Yep.
And
That's
then
true.
they made it so that they were both on both.
Compatible
right?
as
Yeah.
DLC.
And believe
Yeah,
me,
but however, that DLC for swapping is gone now.
Yep.
Good thing I own it.
Plus, the Apprentice
Yep,
is
same
hard
here.
as hell.
Oh yeah, no.
He was a bitch.
Oh yeah, because he could just wreck you with lightning from a distance.
Yes.
No, honestly, I know it's badgering, but for Soul Calibur, real quick, I hated Yoda because he.
Yeah.
He's so small, he can't
Small.
be thrown.
He was the odd job of that game. Wasn't
He
he
really was.
Yeah.
He couldn't be thrown, and high and mid level attacks would just go whoop over his head.
Yeah, no.
So in other words, he's the broken character.
Oh,
Yes.
he's completely broken.
He is the Meta Knight, but also not only that, but even if he was easier to fight against and shit, because of his size, everyone's special attacks are changed for him, and it's just basically their normal attacks.
That's
And I'm like,
weird.
that's dumb. That's
Yeah.
dumb. Why'd you do that? That's dumb.
And now that badger's done,
And now
Grant,
moving on.
I guess I'll talk about my
Take it
second
away,
game.
Grant.
Go
So
ahead.
we've already actually talked about Tecmos games with Double Dragon. Let me talk about another kind of like a parent or sister series, I guess. It's a little game called River City Ransom. Anyone ever hear of those
I
games?
have.
I have.
Heard about it, never played.
Well, River City in general. So
Yeah,
I know of it,
I
yes.
saw the review by the completionist, and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to play that.
it's one of my favorite original Nintendo games of all time. I'd say it's probably easily top 5, maybe top 3. I don't even know. It's definitely one of my favorites, though.
Oh, yeah.
So a little backstory on that. So it actually kind of spawns from another game called Renegade, which is an arcade game.
Okay.
At least that's the American localization of it. It's a straight up beat 'em up in the original one. Very, very basic. It's actually not that great of a game in my opinion. But we ended up getting River City Ransom, which is like downtown special Kunio-kun or something like that is what the official release is in Japan. Obviously, it was localized as River City Ransom. And yes, and there was burps involved, but not really. But basically, so getting back to what I'm saying, we got a game called River City Ransom, which is the localized version. Very similar, except it's a little bit more Americanized, since you have, it takes place in America now, and basically the main character's girlfriend gets kidnapped. You're just trying to save him, damsel in distress bullshit. It's the most basic plot ever. It's whatever, but gameplay's solid. It's one of the very early open world games, I would say, because originally it was on the original NES, and basically the whole game is one huge level, really. Yeah. Because you're walking around this downtown area, you're beating up like thugs and all that, and there's actually some slight RPG elements, not enough to make it an action RPG in my opinion, but you can go into stores and purchase items with the money that the enemies drop. Okay. So you can get like food that powers up your attack. You can get techniques to do like 3 punches in a row, which whoops. There's even like a hidden shop where like at one point if you go through this subway area, like literally. If you go to this exact wall, you can get these overpowered weapons, but they're like so expensive that you have to like grind enemies to get it. So it's like the hidden shop of the game. All right. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling on. I just really love this game. If you couldn't
Wait,
tell.
you're rambling on?
I know, right?
Oh my god.
What's rambling?
What?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my shock. Ross, can you help me find my shock?
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't find mine either. What are you talking about?
Are you ready for this? You ready? In Spanish.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Le gas.
So,
Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Low key, I would fuck Nani any fucking day of the week.
but
Wait, Nani from Lidl and
Yes.
Who wouldn't?
Right? That's thighs right there. That's thighs.
fine, I'll give you a high five, I guess.
Them thighs.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
those are super thighs.
Oh,
my
so
friend.
okay, I know it's a badger, but just quick question: Nani is a Disney queen. We can all agree.
Yeah.
on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Truth.
Okay.
Unofficial, official one. I would
And
say.
okay.
But
and
anyway, let's go
continue,
back to the
continue.
game. So, River City Ransom, fantastic game, a lot of fun. You can play it 2-player, which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
So I have played the game with a buddy of mine. Call out to you, Andrew. We had a lot of a good time playing that game back in the day.
Yeah.
I've probably played through the game about 4 or 5 times over the years. There is a Game Boy Advance version, which is solid. The biggest downside is that I think you need the link cable to play it. I can't remember. I've never played that version 2-player.
Honestly, for Game Boy Advance games, I would assume if you're going to be play 2-player, you need that link cable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. But I'm just trying to remember if there's even a 2-player version of the Game Boy Advance game, because I've never even played it. I think
which
there is.
game?
River City Ransom on the Game Boy Advance.
I never even played the original version.
Yeah. Well, we should definitely change that, because it's... So, again, the game's pretty quick. It's long for an NES game. It's probably... First time through, it's probably going to be maybe an hour, give or take, depending if you play it normal. Which, for an NES game, I mean, that's decently long, I would say.
I don't remember, but...
Especially for a beat-em-up.
Is that by any chance on the Nintendo Switch online
It
service
definitely
for the
is,
NES?
yes. I've played it on there.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we should stream
We should
that.
stream it. Me and you can play it together sometime.
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed a lot during each of our recordings. We'll say, "Hey, we should stream."
Yeah,
this
we
game."
never do.
And we never do.
We really should.
That's the thing. We're usually doing this podcasting or something else comes up in our schedule.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get, it, but I feel like we should write down what games we want to stream. And
Yeah,
actually
here,
get
give
into
me
it.
that piece of paper.
Well,
I'll
Well,
write down
obviously
right
the
now.
Cowabunga collection's coming out next
Yeah,
weekend.
we wanna do that.
You wanted to stream with me. Which one was it?
I think it was Bayonetta 2 because you have not played that one.
Okay.
I'm playing it currently.
Oh yeah, it was Bayonetta 2.
But I still have not even played that first one, which honestly I might have to retract streaming it with you, dude, since there are other
can
games
tell you
on
what
my.
you-
No, hold up. If there's any game I want to stream with you, and I know you haven't played it yet, it's Berseria.
Then you're gonna be joining me on another series, then, dude.
Yeah.
I did call Chris for streaming God of War. I will remember that.
Well, let's. Okay, so Badger, let's come back to me.
Fuck
Yes.
your Badger. No, we were talking about streaming with Chris.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let me transition back
Okay.
to that.
All right.
So
We'll
talk about that later.
We should do River City Ransom just because, one, I know how to beat it, and two,
All right.
we can beat it in like an hour tops. So that would be a quick, easy stream that we can get through the whole
All
game.
right,
no
good.
problem.
Having an
Alright,
expert
fine.
with me can help.
Yeah.
Well,
And I haven't played it in a few years
I
either.
think we
So
should just write this down.
Well,
and
try your
so we're not badgering about it.
I've already written it down here, so we're definitely going to play that. But let me just get back to the main topic on hand here, which is the
Okay.
game. It's great. I love it. And we don't have a physical copy of the game, but we have a game that might as well be a unofficial sequel. which is, and we talked about it before, the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game.
So good.
It is a phenomenal game.
Wait.
And it's literally just River City Ransom. That's why it's so freaking good.
Wait, didn't Scott Pilgrim come out like forever ago? In comparison?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it
On
did,
the
but,
PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360,
yeah,
but then
River
got
City
pulled.
Ransom was original NES. So
Oh,
way
okay.
older. Way
I
older.
did not know that.
Which,
now you do.
And here, let me transition to my next point, which is this might be what you're confusing. River City Girls, another classic game, I would say, contemporary classic.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to the sequel. It takes a little bit of Kunio-kun lore, which is the series that River City Ransom's based off of. There is a game that was only released in Japan on the Super Nintendo, which, by the way, just got
Famicom,
localized.
I mean.
Super Famicom.
There you
go. It just got localized here as River City Girls 0, and it's on the Switch currently, and they're porting it to the other systems.
All right.
But that game was a Super Famicom game that we never got. In that game, the two girlfriends that are in River City Girls
Yes.
are two of the side characters in there. So, basically, a little bit of lore. They're actually only the girlfriends of the main characters in that one game. But because the developers, Way Forward, liked these two characters so much, they made River City Girls based off them. So the bad ending, I guess if we're going into spoiler territories anyway, if you don't destroy all the statues in River City Girl, the ending is like, who are these crazy women, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of funny. So it's kind of poking fun at the lore and the continuity of the River City franchise,
Yep.
basically.
Okay.
I will say, depending on when our episodes do come out,
Yeah.
I'm not against spoiler warnings, or I won't care about spoiler
Yeah.
warnings, depending on what game we're talking about,
Yeah.
when it came out, and when this episode
Well,
comes
I think
out.
River City Girls is a few years old, and plus, again, the spoilers for that game or whatever.
Yeah.
It's more of like an inside joke because, again, like I can't remember. I think Kunio-kun's rarely actually has a consistent girlfriend. I think, well, Kunio, not
Yeah.
Kunio-kun, but Kunio-kun's the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rarely has like a consistent girlfriend from what my understanding of the lore and mythos of the series are. Yeah, so anyway, it's just poking fun at like the localization continuity. That's what the bad ending is kind of about, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Which actually, by the way, I think that was the only ending until they patched it out. Now it's like that's the bad ending and there's a good ending now. So
Okay.
there's two endings now.
All right.
River City Girls 2 comes out, I think it got delayed. I think it's going to be I think it's November if I remember reading it correctly. So that's coming up really soon here. Very much looking forward to that. If we do stream River City Ransom and River City Girls in time, we should definitely stream 2 as well, I think. I think that'd be a lot of fun to play together.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. You should write that down.
Yeah, well, let's write that down for sure. And I do own River City Girls on the PS5, so we could play that sometime.
As soon as you're done writing that down, please write down Sin and Chris God of War franchise.
I just need to say something off topic real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
I love Blaster Master.
I love Blaster Master as well. Did you play Blaster Master 0? Just we're badgering.
Yes,
you a little.
I'm in the middle of it right now.
It's great,
And
isn't it? Yeah.
stop.
Yep.
Mushroom.
Mushroom. Yep.
Okay.
So
I
my
love
my,
these
my
moments.
final words on this is that I really like River City Ransom a lot. River City Girls is also phenomenal.
If you had to pick one,
So I think objectively Girls is the better game, but I have like such a fond memory of playing River City Ransom.
so you pick River City Ransom.
I think it's kind of like
You have to pick one.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
yeah. So I'm gonna pick River City Ransom just because of the memories, but. Again, like I think that objectively speaking, yes, Girls is the better game. It's kind of like, and I don't want to spoil it, but one of the games you're gonna talk about, 2 and 4 are the two best in the franchise. 4 is the better one, probably, but I have such fond memories with 2. I would pick 2 just because of my memories of
and
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking which you think is better. I was asking which one you would pick.
Oh yeah,
overall.
I would pick Ransom, but I have a lot of respect for River City Girls. It is a
Right
great
there.
game.
Oh yeah. By no means am I saying if you pick Ransom means
Right.
you have no respect.
Right.
You sexist pig.
Yeah, right. They're both phenomenal games, and I think that Way Forward did a fantastic job in the first, and I am looking forward to the sequel.
That's
so,
right.
with that being said,
Actually, really quick, I got one more question for you.
Yes.
River City Ransom versus Scott Pilgrim.
So Scott Pilgrim is also another phenomenal. It's the same deal as, like I said, with Girls
Wallace
versus
kicks
the
ass over everybody.
It is also a fantastic game. Ubisoft did excellent on that. Still, River City Ransom, just because one.
That's all you had to
Yeah.
say.
Yep.
It's the original, and I have really fond memories.
All right, I'm taking your mic away. I'm throwing it to Ross.
And here you go.
Oh, crap. Damn it. Almost dropped it.
Almost dropped it. You had
I
one
got
job.
it.
You got it though. You're good.
I got it now.
you almost fucked up.
Almost.
So, what about that platinum game that you were talking about earlier?
Oh, this one, yeah. Basically, my simple way to describe it, if Dante was a female.
Yes.
Bayonetta.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Made by the same, basically, published by Sega, but made by Platinum Games.
Well, I think the most important thing was it was the same director as Devil May Cry
yes,
1.
Platinum, like I said, Platinum Games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hideki Kamiya.
Yep.
How they really, like, especially in the first one, one of the opening bits, they're in a cemetery, and one of the headstones has his name on it.
It does, yep.
And it gets
And-
smashed over a dude's head.
Can we all agree that because
I also think Itsuno was also part of it too. I'm not
I think
100%
so.
sure.
Was it?
we
I'm
can
not sure.
look that up in a bit. No, can we all agree that in the opening when they mentioned Eggman, we all just lost our shit.
I
When
lost
they
it.
mention
Yep.
Eggman, and they freaking have Joe Pesci right there.
Yep.
Oh my god! It's not Joe Pesci, but
No,
he
it
might
might-
as well.
it is Joe
it
Pesci.
isn't, but it is.
He might as well be
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
I'm also going to tell you, and here's the thing, since you also mentioned Devil May Cry, Enzo.
Yeah.
In Bayonetta.
Yes.
Yes, Joe Pesci.
There's shut the fuck up. It has been heavily implied that Enzo was supposed to be the same Enzo in Devil May Cry, because in the mangas and in the novel, Enzo is actually his Dante's informant and technically manager, because he only got the building because of him.
Well, that's
interesting.
basically his role in this one too.
Yeah, maybe Enzo is kind of like a title or something. Like it's
No.
like-
It was
No, his
literally,
name
it
is
was
Enzo.
legit a guy named Enzo in the novels and the manga, and I guess they threw the idea of let's put Enzo in the Bayonetta universe, and when the Devil May Cry anime came out, it was Morrison.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they're cousins. Enzo
But
and
anyway,
Morrison.
but moving on.
Yeah.
Like,
Move on.
so,
move on.
like the basic story premise of Bayonetta, it's kind of similar. It's not specifically angels and demons. It's Umbra witches, which is what Bayonetta is, versus the Lumen Sages.
Yep.
Which is basically angels versus demons.
pretty
Basically.
Essential.
Essentially.
But like, and it has the same stylized fighting as Devil May Cry, but it's like instead of like her main weapons is you start off with basically guns and you can kick and punch.
Yep.
You have 2 guns on your shoes.
Four.
And,
Yeah,
two
you have
gu-
4
two guns on your
Yep.
shoes.
She's holding 2 of them, and then as you can see here, there's 200 feet that they're basically her high heels.
Yep.
Yep.
And in this one, they're literally called Scarborough Fair.
And they are based off the 4
Parsley,
basic.
sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
Gather your thoughts, buddy.
I was going to make a Simon and Garfunkel thing because of their song called that. But anyway,
Yeah.
also fun. And then another fun thing you can do with combos if you're really good at dodging.
Yep.
This
Yep.
game requires a
Yep.
lot of dodging.
Oh, I know what you're talking
but
about.
if you can dodge at the very last instant, you get witch time.
Yep.
Which-
Slow mo, basically.
Yes.
I remember that from tutorials.
Yep.
And believe me, if that comes in really handy.
It's basically essential at the higher difficulties.
It doesn't matter
Anyway,
what
it's
difficulty,
essential
it's
period.
essential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's when you can really rake in the combos.
Yep.
The only time you hate it is when it doesn't work, and the only time it doesn't
And
work.
somehow, even though you dodge right, you go. But
Yep.
then it's like, no, you didn't actually do it, even though you did.
Yep. The secret
then-
boss fight in that is the hardest sack of shit you'll ever have to deal with.
It's worth it, but the reason it's hard, you gotta work to get that thing. You gotta
know.
beat the game at least once.
Yeah, beat the game at least once and have 1,000,000 Halos.
You
Or was
gotta
it 1
grind.
billion?
Something
Probably
like
not a
that. I
billion,
think it's a
but-
million. 9999999, whatever the max is.
No,
basically.
no, it was a billion because
Yeah, was
because even the nunchucks called bazillions.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
unlocked
Oh yeah,
by that.
yeah. Again, you start off with just those guns, but throughout the game, you can get other weapons, and how to do that is you gotta collect records,
Yep.
Yep.
The LPs.
LPs,
Yep.
and then frickin' run down and just beats the piss out of a demon and comes
Yeah,
back.
which I thought that part was great.
Well, my other favorite thing is it has your standard health meter and then it has a magic meter that you fill up by fighting. When you fill that up, you can do what's called torture attacks.
Yep. And those are great.
I love them.
Yep.
They're
And they mix like this game is sexualized. This is a fan service game.
It is a
This
fan
is a-
service game.
This is a scam of spank banking.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
It's
saying-
sexualized while being a great game in
Yeah,
general.
I'm sorry, what about Oni Chimbera?
Honestly,
That's
Senran
totally
Kagura.
no, like honestly, what I appreciate about the Bayonetta series is yes, it's sexualized, but it's also about being like, hey,
not to,
just be comfortable with me being sexual, you know?
Because literally, Bayonetta's got legs about as long as the freaking roof.
Yep.
And every other attack she can do, especially during cutscenes, every chance they get, zoom in on the butts, zoom in on the tits. Then-
But no, it's like like Bayonetta is I want to be sexual. I want you to deal with it because even though I'm sexual, I'm not gonna fuck you
Yeah.
unless you want me
I'm
to fuck you
sexual,
up.
Deal with it.
Yep.
And to drive the point even more, yes, that outfit looks like leather. In story, it's her hair.
Yep.
Yep.
That's all hair.
Everything she wears, her hair.
There's hair. And then when you're fighting bosses, the end way to that, she summons demonic heavens made of hair.
Her own hair.
Her hair, yes.
Well, until you get to Bayonetta 2. Then you realize, okay, they're not made of her hair. They're controlled by her hair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which they're fun because you get at least yeah, and then how the first one ends, you fight God.
Yep, of course you do.
I mean, no, literally.
No,
like,
literally.
I know.
The last character is called Jubileus, the Creator.
Yep.
Yep.
Which they lead up to the game, and believe me, that boss fight is up.
no.
It's only a bitch if you don't know what you're doing.
Which
No,
even then, it's still pretty tough.
I've never had an issue while fighting her. I only ever died against her when it came to the way to finish her off. Because I'm like, wait, you're supposed to fucking direct how she gets to the sun?
Right.
What? I
Yeah.
didn't know if she
No,
hits anything.
The only time I ever have an issue is like if she manages to get a lucky shot on me that turns me into a child.
Yeah.
And then she
or
opens
the
up
black hole sucks you
the
in.
But that
I found
which
ways
happens when I'm a child. Then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, black hole."
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like when I finally finished her off and shit, and you're launching her into the sun and everything, I was like, "Oh, cool! Wow, this is a very long road." And then hits a planet. And I'm like, "Oh wow, I died because I didn't know I was supposed to direct her body around everything. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then they do it again with the fucking bullet.
And I'll have to say, like, some of the extra weapons you get, like, you get a sword, you get a whip, you get claws,
You get bazookas.
bazookas.
Whip.
Yes.
Cool whip.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was waiting for that.
If you think that is crazy and weird,
Ice skates.
yeah, ice skates,
Yeah.
literal ice skates.
Yeah.
And then you can also, like, at one point, if you can turn into a panther, you can turn into bats, which I never used because it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they weren't
The
worth it.
Panther was fun.
Yeah, Panther was great.
Well, Panther, that was a plot one.
The bad thing isn't supposed for you to be on command. It's supposed to give you that one fraction of a second where if you can't get witch time, then the bats help you with witch time.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Either way, I barely used that. I didn't even use Crow.
Yeah.
Really, dude, you're supposed to
Yeah,
use
Crow was
for,
good.
Crow for secrets and shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of like
The
discoverables
secrets
with
I was
that.
interested in was getting all the records,
Yep.
which got me the weapons, just finding all the resting places and trying the Alfheim.
I'm gonna
Actually-
tell you this right now. There's a good 2 to 3 resting places that help you with your health upgrades and shit. You can only get as the Crow.
Yep, I
Actually,
remember
wasn't
those.
there like 2 record parts that you only get as Crow as well?
No,
I don't remember that. No.
I
you
got
can-
all of them normally.
You can get
But you
all of them
could get-
without the Crow.
The other ones, you basically have to play the games a bajillion million times to get the
Yeah.
other
The
three.
only thing that was bullshit is that there's a record piece that's hiding behind a pile of rocks. That was bullshit.
That was
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Yep. And then I'm still playing the second one, which I like this one even more just because it refined the dodging and all that good stuff too.
Two's good. I like two.
Now, okay.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
What I'm gonna say in 2, my only critique, and that's only because I'm anal when it comes to like plot and everything.
Uh-huh.
When you see her whole design in 1, and you're like, oh, so that's why she has the beehive hairdo and
Right.
everything.
And then she has short hair.
And then 2, she's short hair. I'm like, wait, what the?
What
That
happened?
doesn't
Well,
make sense.
third game she goes back to like the child hair now.
No, third game's not out yet, but
Yeah.
yeah. But it's also like at least she has long hair. Then it makes
Right.
sense. Yeah, if first game she started with short hair, then second game the beehive, and third
It's
game
back hair.
And
She got back hair.
and
get fucked.
like with Devil May Cry and that DCABS
Yeah.
triple S.
Yeah.
This game has something similar, but it does it in basically metals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which every time you go in and the level walls you off, as soon as you finish that, that counts as a verse, and you get a medal.
Right.
Yep.
Which you can go from stone, bronze, silver, gold, platinum.
Platinum, yep.
And then, but if you're really good, get high combo, really real fast, but take no damage.
Pure platinum. Yep.
Yep.
And believe me,
That's kind of hard
outside from
sometimes.
unless you're
Well,
really
you also
good-
forgot regular platinum.
I did
Yeah,
say
He
yeah,
said
you
regular.
did say
Oh, okay.
I did
never
say
mind.
platinum, then pure platinum.
Yep. No, getting pure platinum is a fucking nightmare.
You have to basically do it perfect.
You have to do
You
everything
have to
perfect.
get high combos, finish it quick, and take no damage.
You,
Yeah.
No, you see, you have to get high combos, no damage, and you have to finish it before it even starts.
Practically, yeah.
I wish I was exaggerating.
Like as soon as it
yeah,
starts,
yeah,
you'd have to finish it.
You have to do it as
finish right
quick
there.
as humanly possible.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
no, like I remember the completions review. I remember he hated it. He was like, I had to restart each level 2,000 times. I'm like, yeah, bro, I feel your pain.
And then it's like and then there's the little hidden levels. The in first one's Alfheim, and the
Yep.
second is Muspelheim. They're the same thing.
Yep.
That counts towards your end score.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's say you get gold and platinum. The other thing, if you don't do the Alfheim ones, it knocks it down.
Yeah, which is kind of one of the biggest complaints I have.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but whatever.
Yeah. No, honestly, the Bayonetta franchise is a great one.
Oh, I'm-
and
it's-
Both games are excellent. I'm looking forward to the third.
Same.
my only complaint is that Sony and Microsoft both dropped the ball.
Yeah,
They're like,
They-
again, you can't blame Nintendo for being the good guys here.
no,
I'm not calling them
No.
the good guys. They're
well,
real shit.
no, I'm blaming the plumber for fucking things
I will
up.
blame the plumber
Yeah.
because literally the second one, because Bayonetta was for both of them.
If
Yeah.
there was one thing that Nintendo should have said, it should have fucking just dropped their pride and make a multi-platform.
Right.
Well-
It's Bayonetta. If you're gonna do it for No More Heroes 3, then fucking suck
If
up.
you're gonna do if Nintendo's gonna allow No More Heroes to be ported to the other ones, they can port over this one where it started.
Look, I don't know the workings of the business, but all I know is that Nintendo or that Sony and Microsoft passed on it. So at
Yeah,
that
no.
point, you can't blame Nintendo. You
No,
really
no,
can't.
I can't blame Nintendo, but I can blame them for making it so we can't have Bayonetta 2 on PlayStation.
Well, I mean, it's a
Now,
business decision.
on
It's
the-
kind of like, why isn't Sony putting? Well, I guess they are now putting God of War on PC, but again, it's like, why aren't they putting it on
God
other
of War,
platforms?
not those.
well, no.
Everything is on PC.
I know that's why PC Master Race, baby.
No.
Yeah.
Because you see,
no,
if you
consoles
guys-
get it first. You just get our sloppy seconds. Get
And-
it fucking right.
And let's say you get a
You're not wrong sometimes.
And here's another
Sometimes.
thing about PC. It's like you guys, if you PC people get a game that's overly glitchy, you have mods to fix it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's
Whereas
great.
us console folks, we don't.
Yeah.
And then
No,
when we get
that's why
exclusives to
PC is the
consoles,
best.
You get mad.
I know. Real talk.
Real
You guys can fucking mod whatever you want.
Yeah.
But when we get something that's actually official, let's say Devil May Cry, you guys fucking modded so that you could have Virgil because the code was already in it.
Yeah.
But when we got Virgil officially, it was you PC players couldn't have it, and you fucking bitched about it.
All
Spooderman there.
I'm gonna say is thanks, beta testers.
You still get our sloppy seconds, and you still act like you're Master Race.
we get the refined, and also
Refine my ass.
I'm stopping this. Okay, first of all, Lost Soul aside, PlayStation exclusives for now. Yeah. Anyways,
Marvel Spooderman, PlayStation exclusives.
facts. Anyways, no, I'm gonna stop that.
we're
go
gonna
back to
stop
Bayonetta.
because I think that here's the thing: the everything is coming to PC these days, for better or worse.
5 years later.
No, that's changing too. That's if you look at the ecosystem, it is much more one-to-one day one releases. Yes, like PS3 era, absolutely. There's a lot of exclusives. Like look at the original BioShock. Actually, I think that came to PC too.
Spider-Man came out in 2018, and you fuckers are just getting it this year.
But here's the thing:
true.
I've already played it on PS4.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you fuckers got to wait years to get what we already have.
Yeah,
And not to
Anyways.
mention, half the time your releases are shoddy as crap. Batman.
yeah.
What's the one game PC players have a hard time playing? Was it Crisis 2?
Oh, can it play Crisis?
Oh, yeah. Well, Crisis is that's a whole
It's
nother
like,
meme right there,
PC,
my man.
Look at this PC I just made. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It's got all these parts. Yeah. Can it play Crisis?
Yeah. Well, so yeah,
I
there-
don't really get the whole thing with Christ.
Crisis had such high requirements because it was so like state of the art
You
at
had
the
to have
time.
a PC from the future in space that was powered by alien technology to
So,
play it.
to be serious,
That's the
you
first one.
had to have a incredibly high-end PC to run Crysis, and it wasn't until like years later that the original Crysis could be ran at full speed on most computers. Basically, it was so ahead of its time in terms of graphical processing power that the PS3 version, if you look at it, it's almost a joke. Basically, they had to gimp it down so much to get it to run on systems, which is fine. That's how it is. PS4 version got a lot closer to
Even
what
then,
it was.
Crysis really was this. Oh, it's another shooter.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was a good game, but it wasn't.
Okay, so let's get off this badger. Let's get back to Bayonetta.
I feel like we
Okay.
could have an entire podcast
Let's
just
clo-
on
let's
the
clo-
benefits of PC versus console.
Maybe-
So we'll go back to it.
We can make that the next episode, probably.
Possibly,
Hey,
yes.
But
Well,
no,
let's close the chapter on Bayonetta so Chris
Wait,
can get his last one.
I'm sorry. I have to ask you this question now.
And- okay.
Because I asked Sam the question, and he asked me the question. Rank the Bayonetta weapons in one, worst to best.
Worst for me, I'll say the bazookas.
Okay.
I loved them, but they suck for the way I play.
Powerhouse
Yeah.
was so slow.
I
at
would
building.
slap the shit out of you right now.
For how I played,
Well, the
bazookas
rate
didn't
of
work
fire is just poor on them compared to some of the other
Hey,
weapons.
you gotta be strategic
Yeah.
with it.
Well, right.
But no,
I mean-
I'm gonna have to rank probably ice skates. I loved them, but I used other ones more.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I have to rate the whip, then ice skates.
So bazooka, whip, ice skates.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Then
fair.
Durga, the claws.
All right.
My one I use the most, swords.
Yeah, swords were
It's
great.
fucking
Yeah,
swords.
yeah.
The sword
They
is
had-
kind of mandatory. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna.
They
fuck
were
Pretty
with
much.
One, they had the frickin' range and the area of effect. Everybody dies.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just gonna say this: Virgil.
Now
Virgil,
I would
Virgil.
combine. Now I can combine the fun thing. Another fun thing. Yeah, after you get these weapons, you can actually combine them.
Yeah.
So like I can have swords and the claws. I like. I like to use the whip and the skates.
All right.
You know, just skate around, whoosh, 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 and then kick him with an ice skate.
Yeah. All right. So what do you put above swords?
And sword is my top. I went through all
You,
the.
So what
you
about-
only named 4.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
a,
fine. Scarborough Fair.
Okay, so that's your number one. Number two.
No, swords is number one.
Okay, so it's number two.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
And
the shotguns?
I was literally just about to ask about
Shock
that.
Onyx Roads, those are good. Again,
Where would you put them?
Mid tier, maybe.
I'd be about the same, maybe slightly below Scarborough Fair.
All right. All right. All right. So will that complete your list?
Yep.
All right. It's a piss poor list, but I'll accept it. Chris, I'm going to pass it on to you.
I mostly just use the swords.
That still doesn't excuse you.
I don't care. So
Your fucking poor taste.
I love
Deal
you
with my
guys.
taste.
You know this.
I love myself sometimes. Only sometimes, though. Sad face.
But anyway, hey, my next game in the series for
Your
beat 'em
last
ups
game, too, because you're finishing this up for my man.
yes.
Ooh, yep.
is the Streets of Rage
Hey, yep,
franchise.
this is what I alluded to earlier here.
That's a big box.
Yeah, the box I'm just pulling out for those who can't see this is the Streets of Rage 4 Limited Collector's Edition from Limited Run Games.
That is a good
That is
solid cube. Which it's not really a cube as much as like a big
That's a big
rectangle.
rectangle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as Limited Run Games products should be.
Chris, in a nutshell, I like big boxes.
And you can't
And
lie.
I cannot lie.
Yep.
There's
yep.
nothing wrong
You
with
other
it.
brothers can't deny. Okay, well, let's go
gonna-
back.
I'm gonna jar that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that-
No, wait.
that
No,
deserves-
no. He restrained himself.
I did.
I'm giving him a pass.
Thank
No,
you. Thank
no.
you.
No, I am giving him a
No,
pass.
he restrained himself because he knew we were gonna jar him.
Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
refuse
why,
That's why.
he restrained
Yeah.
himself.
Otherwise, I was going to throw this copy of Shaq.
that. You know what? Actually, fuck Streets of Rage. Let's talk about Shaq Fu for a
You know,
minute.
I actually played it.
It
It's not.
sucks. That's the end of it.
Whoa, hang on.
Wait a minute.
So it's actually this new one isn't nearly as bad as you would think. It's kind of sort of shitty, but like a good kind of shitty. It's like janky shitty.
I can testify
Yeah,
to this.
yeah,
'Cause
it's
I
like-
wasn't telling. No, we just said Shaq Fu. We didn't say Shaq
Yeah.
for the remaster. We just
Well,
said
this
Shaq
isn't
Fu
a remaster.
for
It's a
the
completely
Genesis.
different game.
It sucks.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Stop talking over each other. Go one at a time.
So I'm just gonna say that Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn is a solid 5 out of 10. That's all I have to say.
I'll give it
And
6
it's-
out of 10
and,
for me.
and the humor is like an 8 out of 10.
I have no opinion on that. Haven't played it.
Yeah, that's
Shaq
fine.
Fu for the Genesis. It was crap.
Everyone
It
agrees
sucked.
with that.
It was a cash in. It was bullshit. Look, I could press. Here's my opinion on how to control Shaq. Press button. Oh, I want to do a
Yes.
combo. There you go.
Are you singing like the Final Fantasy theme song? You're like, or the battle theme? You're like, dude.
I'm sorry, that's just how and then I was like, oh, rage meter? What's that? Oh, we don't know. And as far as games, dumbass premise. Shaq, I'm gonna go play an All-Star game, but for some reason, I'm gonna go into some old man's china shop.
We are badgering so much because this isn't the fighting game episode. We really need to get back to Streets of Rage. I'm
Fine.
sorry,
Sorry
Ross.
about
Okay, fine.
But
I was
yeah,
actually enjoying this. a
it
little
was,
bit,
but we
honestly.
want to make sure this episode doesn't go on for 17 hours.
I want it to be 17 hours.
No one's gonna listen to a 17. No one's probably gonna listen to this except our hardcore
I'm gonna
fan
have
base.
to just-
But still, let's get back to the main topic.
Fans?
We have a
I know,
hardcore-
right?
There's
No,
fans.
oh, no.
We don't have fans in this room.
We definitely have fans. We just don't have hardcore fans.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
That's
we do.
fair.
They're right there in that corner.
They are over there.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Oh.
No, but
No, I will not untie you. We still need you.
let's
But anyway,
let's
yeah,
talk
back
about
to the main
street.
topic.
Let's talk
Okay.
about Streets of Rage
Chris,
here, Chris.
back to you.
Which, well, to be fair, you started it.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, my first memories of Streets of Rage was actually 3 was the first game that I went to play 2, and 1 I actually did not play until the Wii eShop Channel Virtual Console back in the day.
Ah, the good old virtual console.
Yeah, back when you actually could download classic games.
Yep.
And which thankfully I did actually download Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 on that sucker. I'm
Nice.
glad
nice.
I grabbed them when I had the chance. But honestly, what more do you even need to say about Streets of Rage? Good, awesome beat 'em up goodness.
It's Final Fight, but for Sega.
Yep.
Yep.
I actually
I like
thought
it better. I'm just gonna go on record saying I like Streets of Rage better than the Final
but
Fight.
See, then this one, they got
That
rid of-
argument has been made a lot. Final
Yeah.
Fight versus Streets of Rage.
They're very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a time when I actually would argue Final Fight would be superior, but I hate to admit this. Streets of Rage is actually, for me, better than Final Fight.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'll give
Yeah.
it-
Streets of Rage 2 is an absolute classic.
Yeah, but Streets of Rage doesn't have Hagar.
Sure, but it has a lot of other cool characters.
Skate.
Yeah, Skate's
was my favorite
just a
from
lot
two.
of fun. Yeah.
Skate was my favorite from 2. 'cause
For me,
why?
it's
I could-
always Axel and Max.
Yeah, I used Axel and oh shoot, what was her name again?
Blaze?
Blaze, yeah.
However, though, when it comes to Streets of Rage 3, when it comes to secret characters, there was Rue,
Yep,
and
Rue.
you could play as the first boss, Shiva.
Yep. Yeah, Rue was a lot of fun because he was a freaking kangaroo. So.
Streets of Rage was one of the also ones to give you the alternate ending.
Oh, yes.
Because if you played on the heavy difficulty, oh look, you beat the big bad. No, you didn't. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Game makes fun
yep,
of you.
yep.
Game calls
You don't get to fight Mr. X.
Yeah, honestly, in the first game, I've never really seen a bad ending to it, since you guys know...
Well,
Yeah,
the
well,
bad
I
ending
just played it on normal.
The bad ending starts with, especially if you're playing 2 players, you have to fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. One person has to say yes, the other person has to say
Yep.
no. Then
if that happens,
you fight,
each other.
Hmm.
But
Whoever
then,
wins,
however, Mr. X will give you that question again. And here's a little something. And my friend and I, we tried that. I chose, was probably no for joining. He chose yes, then we fought each other.
Ah.
Then he asked me again. I chose yes. He sent me back to the last level.
Oh, really?
In other words, I retconned the whole bad ending and got the good one.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. So what's in this collection edition, by the way?
Yeah, I'm looking at this big box. What was in
what
this?
all came in
Just
this
briefly
box?
speaking, of course.
Well,
Give us the TLDR version.
there's a big statue underneath here, but aside from that, we're not going to get into the statue. Ross, pull that out real quick.
It basically looks like a classic game. It looks like
Wow.
That's actually the one I own is the Genesis box.
That's cool.
And Ross, if you would open that up.
I am opening. Oh look, it comes with the game.
Yep, that's the. Got the PS4 version, still sealed. Matter of fact, fun little fact
But right
actually.
under that,
Have you played the game?
I'm getting to that
Okay.
because when I pre-ordered this, Limited Run Games actually offered me a Steam code to
I
to
see.
install me for time until this came to me.
Oh, no way.
Did you take it?
I redeemed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have played. Okay. I was gonna say you own the
what's
game
under
in
that?
a box, but you haven't played
oh,
it.
the small version.
Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
nice.
what's in the small version.
Well,
Would you
let's
mind
open it
opening
up
that?
and find out.
Yep.
Speed it up a bit, go.
Oh,
Ooh, what is this? A fake Genesis cart?
it's I would throw it at it, but it would cause a concussion.
So like literally straight up steel.
Oh,
A
wow.
steel-
Oh,
That is
A
yeah.
replica of a
It's not-
Genesis cartridge.
really
It's
cool.
not a game. It's just a replica of a cartridge, but in steel.
That's nice.
that is lovely.
Yep. Another thing that comes in that is the soundtrack, of course,
very
Never
cool.
wrong with good game sound.
and on CD, and a poster as well.
Posters, gotta love the
And a
posters.
pooster.
Yeah, this has some freaking density to
Like
it,
I said,
man.
if I threw that at your head,
This is literally like 3 pounds at
Wasn't
least.
this is a weapon.
Yeah.
Wasn't this released like 2-3 years ago?
Not quite. It was like less than 2 years, maybe.
You know, honestly, I want to say this was really 2 years ago, since that's when I took streaming seriously. I want to say.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, that's pretty cool. For
Yeah,
Collector's Edition.
yeah. I've played 4. It is a very. It's probably outside of 2. It's my favorite entry in the series.
Lately, these days, I've been debating on which one I would say is my first one, 2 or 4. It's like I'm arguing between myself what I want.
I'm saying 2, but like 4 is really freaking good too.
And I have
I'm
to say,
saying
the
full-
beat 'em ups make
I'm-
a comeback.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Even though I've never played 2 or 4, I'm gonna say 4 because just that metal cartridge alone.
The metal.
You know, I'll give you that much.
Yeah, look.
We'll have to play one of the Streets of Rage on stream too. I'll write that one down on
You
our
know,
list.
funny
here.
enough, I have not gone back to play Streets of Rage 4 since I dropped the DLC for this game.
Okay.
Which, for those who don't know, Streets of Rage 4 has 5 characters as a minimum to start with. Well,
Yep.
no, technically 4. Axel, Blaze, Cherry Hunter, and Floyd Ira.
Mm-hmm.
You get Adam later on, and then as you keep playing this game multiple times over and over and over again, you start accumulating a lot of points to unlock the classic characters.
Which I think is awesome that
yeah,
they did that.
that's
Skate
actually
part
what
of it?
really got me excited to play
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 4.
Is Skate part of those?
Both Streets of Rage 2 and 3 versions of Skate
yeah,
are
they
part
have
of that.
multiple
I'll take-
versions, which was
Good.
cool.
And
Skate,
also,
I love Skate.
and when you were starting to unlock the Streets of Rage 3 characters, I'm pretty sure most people were disappointed that Rue was not part of that roster.
Yeah.
Well,
Until the DLC
Yep.
came out, and they finally added him. However, though, still got to put a little cheat to unlock him.
Mr. X's Revenge wasn't what it was called.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
And they added
I actually
three,
didn't play the DLC,
and they did add 3 basic DLC characters to that one. One of them, which I did call.
which one? Shiva.
I will get to that one.
Okay.
And Estelle, one of the bosses you fight, Max Thunder,
Yeah. Okay.
or SOR 4 version, and of course Shiva.
Shiva.
All right.
That's my boy.
Yep. We got 2 hands.
And we got 2 hands up.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go with you first, Sam.
Oh, I was holding my hand up just for Sam.
Oh.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Every single time you say Mr. X, I'm thinking Resident Evil. X go get it to me, okay? And I know I'm the only one that's thinking that.
To be fair, Miss Streets of Rage does
Predate Resident Evil.
predate Resident Evil.
But
Yes.
still,
Yeah, I know, and I agree, but still, yes.
I know I'm not the only one.
You're not the- I was
that's
thinking-
thinking X gonna give it to you.
Now that you've said that, yes.
I appreciate that, buddy. That was funny.
And if we're gonna
Oh my
talk about silly beat 'em up, I'm gonna just before we end it, I will. If you are finished,
I can't really think of much to say on Streets of Rage, honestly, unless something else comes to my head.
I'm just gonna say one thing: the soundtrack is killer, especially in Streets of Rage 2.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the music.
Yep, music is great.
Honestly, Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, all done by Yuzo Koshiro.
Yeah, amazing,
Banger!
amazing composer. ActRaiser,
Yes.
anyone? No one? Okay,
the
I'm
first
the,
one
I'm,
at
the,
least.
I'm the
Stre-
only ActRaiser fan here.
Yeah.
no,
sad
I've
face.
never actually
Streets of
played,
Rage
but
2,
I know of it.
best
Good.
of the soundtrack by Yuzo.
Wait, which one? The first?
The second one.
Oh, second. Yeah,
But
second
after
definitely.
the one was a little mix between side scroller beat 'em up and city builder.
That's ActRaiser, which again, that's a badger because that's not anything
Yeah.
like this.
All right.
Yuzo Koshiro, I know, has done some of the tracks in Streets of Rage 4. I forget who else worked on
Yeah,
this.
he was one of the guys I know. But,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Streets of Rage is a great franchise for sure.
One of the best beat 'em ups ever made.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say Streets of Rage 2 is easily in my top 5.
And when I didn't talk, I will end it here because I know.
Actually, there were 2 other beat 'em up games. One I would like for an honorable mention: Alien vs Predator.
Ah,
You want to talk about honorable mentions? I was actually about to mention that too. God Hand.
yeah. How have we? Why did we not bring that up as one of our topic points? I love that.
Honorable
You know,
mention.
That's,
got
that's
another-
a great honorable
No,
mention.
no. What's your honorable mention?
Oh shit. Okay. Honorable mention. I mean, you can't go wrong with Spider-Man 2018. Just saying.
All right.
Kelly, honorable mention.
Got any honorable mentions?
Nah,
Nah.
I'm good.
Okay. For me, I've got a few, but I'm just gonna pick one. Here's a kind of an obscure beat 'em up. It's called Cadillacs versus Dinosaurs. You've
that's
heard of
good.
that one?
Yeah.
It was actually a Capcom as well. It was a licensed game based off a comic book.
Of
And
course it was.
It was also a cartoon back in the day too.
I have never seen the cartoon before.
Oh, I'll show
But
you.
you-
I'll
you
show
should.
I'll show
Honorable mention.
I've got a couple.
Okay.
You get
You
one.
get one,
you.
sir.
Two.
We'll
I'm
get
gonna
two
take-
if he's got that many.
Well, we did have a discussion before recording today of whatever counter not No More Heroes.
Yes,
Dude,
absolutely.
it
We love
goes
No
on
More
all
Heroes.
platforms.
Yes, it
in
does.
October, I'm getting it.
No More Heroes is a classic. I played all three
If
of them.
you want
plus
to talk
the
about a game that
mid-game.
is self-aware, No More
Yeah,
Heroes.
definitely.
It references it. It makes fun of everything about it, and I love it.
I don't care what
Super
anyone
is-
says. No More Hero 1's ending is amazing. Yeah, the
Chris,
true
do
ending.
you have another honorable
Oh,
mention?
I haven't gotten to my
One
second.
I'm actually surprised
okay,
no
sorry.
I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but I'm going to say it again because it was so silly. Sadly, I wish there was a physical copy, but it was only digital. Castle Crashers.
I was going to mention
yeah,
that.
that's a great game.
Freaking behemoth.
I
Man.
have one final honorable
Hold on,
mention.
you get to wait, Chris.
I only played a little bit of it, but I can vouch that is a good game. I'm not going to knock it for anything.
But your honorable mention though.
That was going to be my honorable mention.
Castle Crashers.
Actually, X-Men.
X-Men,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And I have two last ones that I'm gonna
Hold on, we're doing this circle
Oh,
wise.
okay.
I got two. For you.
Actually, there is one now that I think of that we were
Okay,
remiss
fine.
to
You get the
mention.
exception.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Hey, that was a good game.
No, I agree.
Especially once you unlock Deadpool. You know, Mr. Nolan North absolutely devours the scenery in that
I
game.
thought
You're
about
not-
Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I
X-Men
didn't know if it
Legends?
really
Did anyone
counted
play
for
the X-Men
subject.
Legends?
Okay,
I did.
So here's two. Here's two for you. Okay. Lollipop Chainsaw.
Hey.
Okay. And
Great
this
soundtrack
and
to
this
that.
This one. Chaos Legion.
Yeah.
I remember.
I
never
remember
played
you
it.
told me about
Yeah,
that.
I can get behind Chaos Legion. Wait,
only-
no, actually, Legion would kind of fall under JRPG.
No,
right?
well, it's still a hack and slash.
Yeah, it's hack and slash, but with
So
some
is Drakengard.
JRPG elements.
But,
though.
Drakengard, yeah.
but the stats don't matter. It's just which legions you choose for
all
that
right,
mission.
all right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So
my
yeah, I'll take that.
my one knock, I'm gonna have to give to Lollipop Chainsaw. 2 words: zombie baseball.
I will fucking decimate you, you son of a
that
bitch!
bad. It wasn't that
I'm
bad.
sorry. That like I said, that's my. I didn't ever seen it was a bet.
Okay.
That's one knock. I can't-
Listen up. Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a remake in
I'm
2023.
looking forward
They better
to
get the fuck out of here with zombie baseball. It is
Exactly.
it's trash. It's an
Exactly.
abomination.
Okay, okay.
It's
Please.
horrendous.
Guys,
Okay. So I'm gonna throw it to Grant. Give us your last honorable mentions, and I want Chris to give me a 45-second timer.
Yep. Last one, I'm just gonna say Dragon Crown is a really underrated game. It's by the guys that did 13 Sentinels, which is another really underrated game. I'm just calling out Vanillaware for this. Play Dragon's Crown. It's basically an epic D&D campaign with some light RPG elements to it. So check that one out.
Yep.
That it?
That's all I've got.
so, okay.
I've got more, but I'm
You need
restraining
a timer?
myself.
Hold on.
You actually got
Before-
that done in 18 seconds. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Before we close it, Valentine's Day 2023, Wanted Dead official release date.
So they did confirm that.
Yes, officially confirmed Valentine's Day. And by the time that this gets released, support it, and pre-order it. Trust me, it is going to be fucking worth it.
It looks
Well,
good.
by the time this episode's released, that game will already be out. So I say
No,
just pick it
I
up.
think this episode won't be that long till we get it out by.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
If
if it's before the game, get it. If you're hearing this after it, what the fuck are you waiting for?
go get it. But yeah,
Yes.
Chris, give me a 45-second timer.
I already got you.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank
Ready?
you, Russ.
He gonna call him Chris.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this episode's webtoon I'm advertising is called City of Blank. I'm a TLDR. There are these creatures in this world that are faceless, and they will steal people's faces, so everyone wears masks to hide their face. You can counter them with water. If they steal your face, you become that creature, and they get your identity. It is so interesting, and I'm done. That's it.
Wow, you took less than
Kind of like an interesting twist on Pod People.
Pod people, do tell.
You know, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I forgot all about that. So thank you.
Yeah.
for that.
Donald Sutherland cheating it.
Yeah. How long?
Oh, so good though.
So how long was that? Was my advertisement there?
Just a little under 20, just a little over 20 seconds.
Well, shit.
You
I'm
did
getting
good.
Better.
Than 20 minutes.
But so based off that 20 seconds though, does that interest you? That plot?
it sounds okay.
All right.
It might be more interesting if I read it, I think.
It'd
I'll
probably be more interesting if it had nanomachines, son.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it actually does.
Does it really?
It actually does.
Well,
No, I'm making that up.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll show you the first chapter when we're done with this episode.
Well,
Actually, I want to ask everyone a quick question.
Sure.
Do we want to spend 10 minutes talking about a subject unrelated to this episode?
No, we
No,
don't.
we're good.
I
I
think this episode
can
has
not
gone long
think
enough.
of one
Yeah,
thing.
it's time to wrap it up. I
It really
think.
is.
All right, then I will.
Oh no, what's
Uh,
this?
who the fuck was that?
What's this noise?
That can't be
Who
good.
the fuck?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Let me check the door. Okay, and hello.
Uncle Hank, you piece of shit!
Hey, Auntie Jizz, how you doing?
Hank isn't here.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Oh, he's a piece of shit.
You know, I don't understand half the words she says.
Yeah. So wait. Why are you looking for Hank? Andy Jizz? Uncle Hank?
Bastard hacked up my tires.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So-
That's what he did.
That's
Well, okay,
rough.
so Uncle Hank came to us first, and he said you stole his car. So didn't he hack up his own tires?
It was my car. I legally purchased it. He's just a claiming bastard thieving that stole it from me.
So wait. That was your car the whole time, Andy?
Yes.
Huh.
Okay, hey, Auntie Jizz, you see this door?
What?
Okay, so now... I'm just gonna close this door too. Okay.
And on that depressing
Yeah.
note, I think it's time to wrap
I
things
think
up.
I think we need to escape from here, guys.
Hey, give your balls a tug.
All right, I'll see you guys there.
Up and away.
You bastard!
Everyone out the window.
My goodness, they-